Yeah. We really boxing. Who wanted the baddest? Let's see. Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video. Put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO. Bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is BVO. This how it's finna go. I'ma throw some jabs. Make them think my punch is weaker than I hook his ass. This the ring, not the kitchen, but I'ma cook his ass. Me and him, that's the pro versus the rookie class. All my life I had to fight, but I still love it. Me and BBO got moves that you can't steal from us. And these haters be throwing shots, but I don't feel nothing. I ain't gonna lie, shit, they alright, but we a little rougher. Step up for the title and face your rival, this ain't no little tussle. Bet I beat no bird, being chicken to get your feathers ruffled. Footwork, I'm dancing around my opponent like the Cupid shuffle. Good work, bodies hit the flow, they can't move a muscle. The upside is we ain't in the streets, shooting and shooting up. Catch me in the ring, sticking, moving and suited up. I know everybody can eat, but I ain't full enough. Oh, you said it's smoking some beef? I guess I'm pulling up. Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video. Put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO. Bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is BVO.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy BBL Boxing. It's your boy D Free, aka the Oscar De La Hoya hater, aka the Ryan Garcia hater, the Puerto Rican prince himself. And we are the proprietors of the Road with the Punches podcast. What's going on, man? How you feeling? Free, can you hear me? I know my man Free on pause. But salute to my man Crush in the building early. Salute to my man. Salute to my brother DS in the building early. We got a big show ahead. Hey, we got to talk about this, man. The brother Bill Haney and all the hate he receives, man. And it's a real subject, man. You know, I'm glad my brother Crush pulled up because this is something that I hear this brother talk about all the time. It's the hypocrisy we getting in boxing. I'm gonna say this, man. At some point, man, we got to call what we see, and I think Bill Haney is an absolute goofball. But you know what? The shots that they take to tear him down, the stuff they say about this brother, man, the stuff that they try to put on him is crazy, man. What you think about all that, Free? Free, can you hear me? I don't know what's going on with my man Free. But I'll say this. It's just at the end of the day, it'll make a brother like me who don't even care about Devin Haney, man. Talk about it. He said Eddie Hearn talks a lot and promotes kind of like Bill Haney, but folks don't have the same energy for Eddie Hearn they do for Bill Haney. And I'm gonna tell you why, DS. A lot of people wouldn't say this. It's because he's black. That's what it is. It's because he's black. And unfortunately, you know, it's so many different things that you could bring up. But you know what? Other than being a liar, Bill Haney does a terrific job at selling his son, making his son a champion. I mean, we can go on and on about the great brother Bill Haney. What's going on, Free? How you feeling?
What's going on, man? Sorry about that. I had a phone call. My bad.
Oh, no problem. I think I was just speaking about why Bill Haney gets so much hate. Tell me what you think about that, Free.
Um, yeah, he does get a lot of hate, and I think it's more so of how Bill Haney comes across. He and I think a lot of people forget what Bill Haney title is. Not only is he the president of DHP, but he is also his son's manager, trainer, and promoter. So
Case of
they
boy,
gotta
salute.
they gotta understand that Bill Haney is a promoter. He's not doing anything different than what Bob Arum does, Eddie Hearns, or Oscar De La Hoya. He's not doing anything. Floyd Mayweather. He's not doing anything different than what they do. I think it's more so because Bill Haney is starting to reach a lot of different platforms. He's always there to be called on. Like if somebody got something to say about Devin Haney or Bill Haney, he'll pull up, and they don't normally see that from the promoter. They normally see the promoter sit in the background. He just promotes the fight, and they don't. But Bill Haney is right there, hands on. You got something to say about Devin Haney or Bill Haney, he'll pull up. He don't care who platform it is, he'll pull up. And so I think that's what it is, because Bill Haney, he's a very talkative person. He likes to talk, and he's going to say any and everything. And he don't care who he say it to. If you got a problem with it, so be it. He don't care. He's going to say what he want to say. But like I said, a lot of people forgets that he is a promoter. That's what he's supposed to do. He's one of the best promoters in the sport right now, because you can't tell me that he's not promoting the hell out of Devin Haney, because he is. He promotes Devin Haney better than a lot of these other promoters promotes their fighters. So
that's an absolute fact. And you know what's funny? It take a lot for the Puerto Rican Prince himself to give credit. So Bill Haney's doing a hell of a job, because to hear my man D Free sit here and give him credit, you know, Free the first one, he missed the watch and see. But you know what? I gotta say this. I gotta say this, man. What Bill is doing is amazing, because we all have seen like those episodes. Salute to Bruce Gas, my brother in the building. Shout out Ali, she in the building. Hey, but I think the thing that we got to do is Bill Haney is killing that norm of the black fighter being some poor, destitute dude who needs boxing or somebody outside of his community to come save him. Because we all used to watch 24/7. Am I wrong, D Free? That was always the same story. Super Judah, anybody you think of, Floyd Money Mayweather, it's always, it came up, it was hard, it was rough. You know, the great Teofimo Lopez, Tio Sr. had it hard. He barely could do this and barely could do that. Danny Garcia, Angel Garcia. But I think Billy is doing a great job of showing that everybody's not destitute and messed up. But let me ask you a different question. Does Bill Haney being a black man have anything to do with that hate, Free?
Somewhat, because he's upfront with everything that he say. He put his face out there. Now you can't say that he hides from anything that he said, because like I said, he'll pull up wherever they at. They talking about Devin Haney. He'll pull up. I done seen him pull up on Southern Tees. I done seen him pull up on the Boxing Voice. He done pull up on BFTB. He pulls up just about anywhere. I done seen this man pull up multiple times on different people's platforms. So it's a small part of it is because it's black, and a small part of it is because he does a lot of talking, and like Crush said, he does a lot of overkill, and that's true. That's true to a certain extent. He does overkill, and Bill Haney would say a bunch of different things, and he would do one out of the different things that he said he was going to do. He'll do one of them. He might not. He ain't going to do all of them. He'll do one. He'll give you a bunch of different avenues that they could do, and then he'll pick one of them and say, "Hey, we didn't lie. We told you we was going to do it." Which it is true. He did say he was going to do it, but he also said he could do one of these other things too. So, and I think a lot of people don't like that. And like Crush said, that's his father. He's supposed to. Yeah, but a lot of people, they only see Bill Haney as Devin Haney's father. They don't see Bill Haney as Devin Haney's promoter as well. They only see him as his father. They thinking Bill Haney is like Tio's father or David Benavidez's father or Danny Garcia's father. No, Bill Haney is actually the promoter for Devin Haney. He's not just the father. He's also the promoter. And that's why I say I think people don't see that. They only see Devin Haney's father. They don't see that Bill Haney is the promoter for Devin Haney as well.
Salute to my man G5 popped in the building, man. The darkest man in Dallas. Got nothing but love for that kid. But like my man DS said, let me ask you this question. So we see what Eddie Hearn does, but you know what? I think Eddie Hearn, you know what? I'm honestly say this. Eddie Hearn is from Britain or the UK, better yet. And I think those guys view boxing different because in their country, boxing's number one. Boxing's like NFL football for us. Cleveland
Nah,
Browns for Super
no,
Bowl.
it's not. No, it's
No, it
not.
is. No, it is.
No, it's
Yes, it
not.
is.
No, it's
I'm gonna
not.
tell you why it is. I'm gonna tell
It's
you why
not.
it is. For it to be such a small country, you look. I actually have looked. This is not something I'm telling you. This is what I looked up. You look at boxing on their TV guides. You know what comes on TV. It's prime time slots. They
Yeah.
got big boy things coming on prime time. 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 9 o'clock. We don't get those kind of time slots for boxing here.
No,
We
but
watching
what I'm saying,
boxing. Go ahead.
what I'm saying is, it's not their number one sport. They view it bigger than what we view
Soccer is
it.
number one. My mistake.
Yeah,
Soccer is number
yeah.
one. My
Soccer
mistake.
is their number one
My mistake.
sport. Now, boxing to them is like the NBA to us. Like our number one sport is football, and then it's basketball, and then it's baseball. Basketball is boxing to them.
I got
That's
you.
what
That's a
boxing
good
is
point.
to
It
them.
is number two. You're right. It is number two. You know, my man Free, you know, Mr. Wait to see himself, he always got to be technical. You got to watch what you say about Free, man. Free, hey, the man remember like an elephant, dog. I don't know where he do that from. You showed Free something 2 months ago. The nigga bring it up like he just heard it today. Oh, remember you said, but I got to say that boy Free is rough. You got to watch that guy, man. But back to Eddie Hearn. What do you think about Eddie Hearn lying and playing games? But when it comes to Bill, it seemed like, and you know what? I want to say this. Devin Haney is the most boring fighter in boxing. He's one of the most boring in boxing. His shows are boring, the snooze fest. But at the end of the day, Bill Haney, I got to be honest, he's the number one independent promoter. Would you agree with that sentiment?
No, I agree to a certain extent. I agree what you say about Bill Haney. I don't agree that Devin Haney is the boringest boxer in the sport of boxing. I don't agree with that because you cannot tell me that Lomachenko fight wasn't entertaining. You cannot
That was
tell
a good.
me.
That's one fight, Free.
You
Name
cannot
another one
tell
he
me.
had
You
like
cannot
that.
tell me that Regis Prograis fight was not entertaining. Those that Cambosis 2 was not entertaining. Those fights was entertaining. Now hey, if you say Cambosis 1 was boring, I'll give you that. I could see that being a boring fight because all Devin Haney did was jab Cambosis to death. I could see that being boring. But you can't tell me those other fights that he had with Jojo Diaz, he had with Linares, he had with Loma and Regis Pro. You can't tell me those fights was boring. They was not boring. Those fights was not boring.
Okay, I give you though again, Mr. Wait to see himself, but he's forgetting if I'm comparing that to a Tank fight, if I'm comparing that to David Morrell, if I'm comparing that to the Mexican monster himself, David Benavidez, it's not the same.
No, it's not. It's not the same as those. It's not the same as
Gotcha.
those. But he's not a boring fighter. It's not the same as those because those guys are knocking guys out. So yeah, that's going to be exciting because you sitting on the edge of your seat wondering, okay, when is the knockout going to come? And you know it's going to come. You just don't know when it's going to come. Devin Haney, he's a pure boxer. He's not a knockout artist. He's a pure boxer. But it's like watching Floyd Mayweather. You didn't think Floyd Mayweather fights was boring. He's a pure boxer. Floyd Mayweather didn't have boring fights.
Can I say this though? I don't, and this is me. I don't know how you look at Floyd when he was injured at 147, when he had the bad shoulders and the brittle hands, and he was and he don't get enough credit. You know, when you think about Floyd, he don't get enough credit for how he was at welterweight because he was really injured at that time, and to come out like he did. You know, rest in peace, the Black Mamba. The game plans they had, it was special, man. Salute to my man Frank. Salute to my man A1 in the chat. But I think the thing that I'm trying to say is that it's not Floyd still. I don't know. He did that Roberto Duran thing. Now you know what I'm talking about. For you know how Roberto Duran would stand and let you get yours off, and then still get his off, even Even when Floyd was old, he was doing it. You know what I'm talking about? That pocket fighting that he stole from Durant. I don't see enough of that pocket fight. I'll tell you what. If Devin Haney, the American Dream, would adopt that pocket fighting, bro, you know what I'm talking about, Free? Where
Yeah.
Floyd had that shoulder roll in and you
Yeah.
throwing, he let you throw everything. Then he coming back. You know what I mean? Like how he
Yeah.
did Canelo. That's what I want to see from
Yeah,
Devin
but
Haney.
Devin Haney is not that type of fighter. If you're looking for that type of fighter, the fighter that's more close to that type of fighter is somebody like Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson will stand right there in the pocket and make you miss and hit you. Devin Haney is not that type of fighter. Devin Haney is a boxer. He's going to move around the ring. That's
Mm-hmm.
what he does. He's going to move around the ring. He's not going to stand flat-footed and stand right there in front of you. He's going to hit you and dip off to the right or dip off to the left. But Shakur is more of a pocket fighter. He'll stand
Yeah,
right there in front of you and judge the distance and make you miss when he's still in range.
yeah,
Shakur is more of that type of fighter. Devin is
yeah.
not that type of fighter. But what
But you know what
I
I
was
mean?
just
That's
saying that
exciting
it's
though.
not.
But that's am I wrong, Free? When Durant did it, it was exciting. Floyd did it, it was exciting. You don't think that's exciting? Tell me, am I wrong?
I said it was. I said it. We didn't call Floyd Mayweather fights boring. Those fights
Yeah.
was exciting. I said Devin Haney is the same way. He's a boxer. Just because he outboxes his opponents, that doesn't mean it was a boring fight. It could still be an exciting fight, and he outboxed his opponent. Now, the fight that we saw with Kambosos one, yeah, that
Mm-hmm.
was boring. He just jabbed and that fight remind me of Tito versus Winky Wright. It was
Oh
just a
yeah.
jab fest. That's
Yeah.
all I saw was jabs the whole fight. That's what that fight remind me of.
Yeah, good.
So
That's a good observation. But let me ask you this, Freak. So okay, I get what you're saying. So you said Sugar's more that guy that's gonna be in the pocket fighting like Durant.
right.
So that being said, when we look at Devin Haney, and I really want your honest opinion on this, do you see him going straight to 147 and fighting a guy like a Chance Crawford or a Boots Ennis, or do you see him fighting maybe a Mario Barrios next at 147, or do you see him fighting a tough guy like Salvador Martin at 140 his manager? What you think about that?
Um, I don't think it's in his best interest to go to 147 and get in there with a Deron Boots in it. But if he do it, more power to him. I
Mm-hmm.
don't think it's in his best interest because regardless of how good we think Devin Haney is, Jerron Ennis does everything Devin Haney does, but better. And he's more powerful. Jerron
Mm-hmm.
Ennis got 31 fights, 29 of them ended in a knockout. So
Mm.
Jerron Ennis is not no pillow fisted puncher. He's coming in there to get you out the ring. He's not trying to go the distance. He's trying to get you out the ring. So I don't think it's in his best interest. But if he does that, more power to him. That man he want to fight the best fights. I have nothing against him. I don't think he will win that fight. Now,
Mm-hmm.
if he go in there and he beat Jerron, he outboxed Jerron, which I don't think he will. But if he go in there, he outboxed Jerron and beat Jerron, that man is going to get all the fucking praise. My bad. He's going to get all the praise he deserved. He's going to get all the
Yeah.
praise he deserved.
Well, let me ask you this, Freak, and I want everybody in the chat to tell me if I'm wrong. I think Devin Haney can beat Boots Ennis. Am I wrong to think that? I think he got enough to beat him because I seen Gary Antoine Russell apply smart pressure to fight, but it goes back. I don't know if Devin can fight him in the pocket. If you fight Jerron Ennis in the pocket, you beat him up every day. That's why I know Terrence Crawford knocks him out cold. Because if you stand in front of Jerron and you kind of, I don't know, I guess smother that power, he can be had. Am I wrong to say that Devin can do? If Devin can do that, he can have Boots.
No, no. Just because you didn't see Boots fight in the pocket recently does
Mm-hmm.
not mean he cannot fight in the pocket. Because you looking at what Antoine did in the amateurs. You looking at what he did in the amateurs. Don't make no mistake about it.
Mm-hmm.
Jerron can fight in the pocket. He just don't fight in the pocket. He can fight in the pocket. I mean, he might not be as good as a fighter in the pocket as he is from a distance, but he
Mm-hmm.
can fight in the pocket. And we got to remember, Devin Haney is not a very good inside fighter as well. So
Yeah.
when you got two guys who don't fight in the pocket that well but can do it,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to lean to which one got more power, because that's what it's going to come down to. It's going to come down to who's more powerful, who can land those big shots. Jaron Ennis is the bigger puncher out of the two. So even though he might not be that good in the pocket and Devin
Mm-hmm.
Haney's not that good in the pocket, if
Mm-hmm.
Jaron catch Devin Haney with a big shot, he's going to get hurt more times than Jaron would get hurt.
Well, let me ask you this: you don't think Devin has shown us he got a little bit of a chin?
Yeah, he showed us that he got somewhat of a chin, but
So
I
I'm
mean,
so I'm just saying this. This is the thing. The key to boots is you got to stand in front of that MF like Miguel Cotto did to Floyd. You got to stand in front of him and dominate him in front of him. You cannot move. You cannot box because the sister said it best. He's pretty complete. I'll be honest. Jerron Ennis is a pretty complete fighter. Even though I give him all the time, and I'm gonna always say this until it stops. Shout out to the Asian mind. I keep telling her the same thing. The man got to stop playing in that ring before he get knocked out cold. But aside from that, he looks complete. And I'm saying the dude that's athletic and can stand in front of that brother is going to be the guy to beat him. And I don't know. I could be wrong. I think if Devin works on it, he can be that one to beat Jerron Ennis. Because the thing about Jerron, we haven't seen a guy that elite that don't fight in the pocket. Again, like we said, he can, but he don't. And we seen Gary Antoine show us the key to beating Boots is fight his butt in the pocket and stay in front of him. I think more guys got to do that though. What you think, man?
but see, the thing is, Devin can't stand. You cannot stand in front of Jerron Boots Ennis and think you're going to be able to outbox him, or you're going to be able to beat him up standing in front of him. You have to be a boxer in order to beat Jerron Ennis, or you have to be very durable and a pressure fighter. Those are the two fighters that's going to be able to beat Jerron Ennis. It's somebody that's going to be able to outbox Jerron, and I don't see very many people doing that. It's going to be somebody that's going to be able to outbox Jerron, or somebody who's very durable and is a pressure fighter, because Jerron, he likes to move around the ring and he can judge distance. And you got to remember, when it comes to Boots and Devin Haney, Jerron is the more rangier fighter. He got a 74-inch arm reach. Devin
Another
Haney, I
long
believe,
guys like Floyd and Terrence. I get what you're saying. He got the
yeah,
long arms.
he can stand in front of Jerron. But if he can't reach Jerron and Jerron can reach him, what's the use of standing in front of him? You just there to get hit, because
Salute to
Jerron
Mark
got the
Nash in
longer
the
arm
chat.
reach.
Hey, salute to my man 88 Sports in the chat. Salute to my man Mark Nash in the chat. She said, I don't think Devin has, I think Devin has, she said, I do think Devin has great potential, but he has to learn to punch through and sit on his punches. I don't know if he really has a good punch resistance. LOL. This is the thing I'm saying, Free. You know what I'm saying, bro. I think Miguel Cotto would knock Boots out. You gotta stand. I can't put it no better. You gotta stand in front of him
Did
and
you
be
hear what I
low.
said? Did you hear what I said?
Go ahead.
I said a durable pressure fighter, or
Yeah, you said
somebody
that.
that can outbox him. Miguel Cotto is a durable pressure fighter. So if you
Right.
say you believe Miguel knocks him out, Miguel Cotto is one of those type of fighters that I said that will be able to beat Jerron. You got to be durable and you got to be a pressure fighter, or you got to be able to outbox him. If you can't outbox him and you're not durable and you're not a pressure fighter, you're not beating him. You're not beating him. I
Yeah.
don't see nobody beating him.
I you know what? I'm gonna have to agree with you. Only person I see beating them, but they'll never fight. We got to be honest. Some of these fights have never happened, guys. Unfortunately, but I to agree with my man Free said, which is really true. If Jerron Ennis put it like this, if Jerron Ennis is going to get a challenge from 147 to 154, it's going to have to be Terrence Crawford. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, even my favorite fighter, Jamel Charlo, is a little bit over the hill. If he was about 28, 29, or when he fought, I don't know, he might have been 30, 30, 31. When he fought Brian Castano, he could have beat him. But I don't see nobody beating Boots except for Terrence Crawford at the next weight class. I really don't. If it's not Terrence Crawford and if it's not Devin Haney, because I think Devin Haney, I don't know if he can do it. He would have to probably. I know they probably take him through the ringer or working his way to it, but you got to get somebody that's athletic, like you said, and can take a few punches. But Jerron can be had, bro. He doesn't look unbeatable, man. I say
No,
that.
none of these fighters are unbeatable. It's just a matter of can you land a punch? Can you land a punch? Like Terrence Crawford can be beat, but
Yeah.
it takes the right fighter to be able to land the shots on Terrence Crawford. He can be beat. There's holes in Terrence Crawford's game plan. We've seen him get rocked against Gamboa. We've seen him get dropped against Mean Machine. Even
Mhm.
though they called it a slip, he still got.
Yeah.
And I saw he got punched and he went down, but they called it a slip. But I mean, so he
Didn't they
can
give
be
Floyd
beat.
one of those when he fought Super Junior? They gave Floyd one of those too, didn't they?
Yeah, I mean, even Floyd's been rocked.
Yeah.
It just takes the right fighter to be able to do it. So I ain't saying that none of these fighters are unbeatable. All these fighters can be beat. It's just, are you gonna be the person that be able to do it? Can you land that shot and hurt them, or can you outbox them? If you're not that fighter, then you're not gonna beat them. I would love to see him and Terrence Crawford because I think that would be a heck of a fight because they fight the similar style.
Hmm.
They got they similar in height and reach and everything. They're almost identical. They're almost identical. The only difference is Jerron Boots Ennis is younger, and I think he got more of his legs under him than Bud Crawford. Bud Crawford is a little more stationary now because he's older. He's a little more stationary. He was like Jerron when he was that age. He would move around the ring, but now that he's older, he's a little more stationary, and he gets hit a little bit more now. So I would love to see that fight because is very entertaining and it is like a mirror image of the fighters. They both can switch hit, and so I mean it would be very entertaining.
That was crazy. That brother said they both can switch hit. That was crazy. But Salute, she said, hell, Porter was getting it on Bud. I think the funny thing though, I get what you're saying, Freak. Only thing I'm saying is this: when you look at Terrence Crawford, you look at Boots, the thing that can get them is that you just got to be bigger and stronger than them. And I think with Jerron, it's going to be a while before he gets somebody that's bigger and stronger than him. But I'll tell you this: when you say people look unbeatable, until Roy lost his legs, I'll be honest with you. I thought Roy Jones when he was young and had his legs, I thought he was unbeatable. I
He
can't
was,
say
he was
I can't
unbeatable.
say so that's what I'm saying. I can't say I haven't seen somebody that was unbeatable, but that boy Roy Jones, like he was touched by God, man. He he really was, man. Hey,
Yeah, I
go ahead.
mean he was unbeatable. I mean the only loss he had was a disqualification. He was virtually unbeatable, and it took him to get older before he actually lost. Um, but I mean, like that's what I said. All of these fighters can be beat. It's just a matter of the timing and the right fighter. If you're not the right fighter and it's not the right timing, you're not going to beat them. So it's just a matter of timing and the right fighter. But um, I right now I don't see nobody at 47 beating Juwan. I don't see nobody beating Juwan at 47. I don't. I don't.
Blair the Flair.
Blair the Flair couldn't even beat Rosa. He couldn't even beat Rosa.
Hey,
Rosa's not landing. Rosa's not landing one round with Boots.
yeah,
He's
Boots
not. He's
probably.
not. He's not. He's not going past one round with Boots.
Yeah. And I'll be honest with you, the way I seen Speedy Rashidi man get beat up, I thought maybe he'd give Boots a little work. No. Hey, but salute to my man Dr. Mark in the chat, man. My man 88 Sports said, he said that's the thing with Crawford. He's vulnerable and he takes chances to he takes chances to stop Bud. You can't be scared. You see it's open and take it. That's easier said than done. Salute to my man Clarence. No ducks on in the building. I think that's easier said than done because one thing about Bud is when he gets mad, Freya attest to this. Mr. Watch and see himself. he get to beating people up. When he gets angry, he get to beating people up. I mean, I don't know what happened in that second or third round with him and Errol Spence, but dog, he really went in there and was beating that kid. Like he was trying to beat him to death. I don't know why he was doing that. Thank God he kind of eased up and gave Errol a break a little bit and kind of played with his food. But the third or fourth round, second, third, fourth round, I thought he was trying to take Errol Spence out the game. I mean, so whatever you do, don't talk crazy to Bud. I say that. My man, Dr. Bark, I said, what's up there? Hey, but let me ask you this, Free. This is an important thing I gotta ask you. Do you think that Devin Haney has the right trainer to be great? That's what I ask you. Does he have the right trainer? Is Billy Haney the dude that can take him to the top? I mean, he's already took him to undisputed, former Pride champion, one-time lineal champion. I mean, he's not a two-time lineal champion like Teofimo Lopez, but he is a one-time lineal champion. Can he take Devin Haney to the top? What you think?
Yeah, he already took him to the top. I mean, the only thing is now is for him to be a star. He's already hit the top. The top in the sport of boxing, when you say reach the top, is becoming a champion. The only thing above that is becoming undisputed or unified. The only thing above those are becoming a star. So the only other thing for him to do is make Devin Haney a star. Now, is he the right promoter to make Devin Haney a star? It remains to be seen. But he already took Devin Haney to the top. He's been undisputed. So he's already took him to the top. It's not hard to take him to the top again. So I can't say he's not the right trainer. He already did it. He already took him to the top as far as what it is to do in the sport of boxing. The highest thing you can do in the sport of boxing is become undisputed. He already did that. So he already took him to the top, and he had to go the hard route. He had to bite down on his pride and go sign with Top Rank in order to get that fight. He did it, and he became undisputed. So he's already took him to the top. The only other thing for him to do now is to make Devin Haney a star. If he makes Devin Haney a star, then Devin Haney then conquer everything there is to conquer in the sport of boxing. He's been a champion. He's been undisputed. Now he's a star. That's everything to conquer in the sport of boxing.
Well, you know, I gotta say this. We know it's fight week. King Arthur Beterbiev is going against Smith. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. King Arthur's gonna beat the life out of him. It's not even worth discussing because I seen what Canelo did, but Beterbiev is probably double the punch of Canelo is. I mean, don't get me wrong. The man has zero head movement. The man is not the greatest defense in the world, but he gonna eat them punches and he gonna come take you out of there. Like my man Free said it best, man. The dude's like the Terminator, man. The more you beat him and punch him, stab him, poke him, it don't matter. He just eat it and keep going. But I gotta ask you this question, man. Is Devin Haney getting pushback because he's not Tank, or Abdul Wahid, Tank is still his nickname. Is he getting pushback because he's not the same personality as a Tank? Is that what it is, or why is he getting pushback? Because I feel like Devin Haney's doing all the legacy stuff. Abdul Wahid, Tank Wahid is just doing the money stuff. So which one is there a balance, or how does it work in your opinion, Free?
No, Devin Haney is doing what Devin Haney wants to do. He wants to fight big fights and become a champion. Tank is doing what Tank wants to do. Tank wants the money fights. That's what Tank wants. He wants the money fight. He done already told us he don't care about the belts. He done already told us that. He said he wants the money fight. And I told y'all this a while back. You got to understand who you looking at when you look at Tank Davis. Tank Davis is a fighter that don't care about the belt. He care about who's giving him the biggest bag. If you giving him the biggest bag, that's the fight that he's going to take. He don't care about being undisputed. He don't care about being unified. That man cares about being one of the richest fighters in the sport of boxing. That's what he cares about. He cares about being one of the richest fighters in the sport of boxing.
Salute to my man Billy. You said, yo, I learned something new today, fun. He said, "Me, if it can't keep him at champion status, it won't be a star for sure. Devin is living Tank's dream." Um, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think you know what's so funny. Leonard Ellaby said this years ago, and I'll ask your opinion about this, freak. I don't. I think no matter how you slice it, I think Devin Haney was set up to be what Tank is. In a way, you can almost say if it wasn't for Adrian Bronner bringing Tank to Devin, it seemed like Tank is living a life that Devin was destined to live because you really see so much of like from him working in the Mayweather gym, Roger Jeff, the Black Mamba, Floyd Senior. I feel like Devin Haney was almost like a prodigal son for boxing at one point. He seemed like that kid that was just destined to be somebody. You know what I mean? He just seemed like he had the juice. Like he was like almost like a LeBron James type of prospect coming up. We all knew about Devin Haney, even back in the old school Floyd Mayweather days, Dante's Boxing Nation days. We all knew like Trill Will, is it Trill Will? All them old school YouTube days, the ancient times. We remember hearing about Devin Haney. I remember as a kid watching Devin Haney holding up the greatest belt in boxing, man, the Ring Magazine belt, when he bought his godfather Super Judo out. So it's like it seemed like Tank came and Abdul Wahid just did everything that for star status that you would expect Devin was supposed to do. Do you think there's any animosity between those two, or is it just the fans creating this imaginary conspiracy? You tell me that, Fred. What you think? Freak, can you hear me? Shoot to my man. He said,
Tank
from my
Davis,
view. Go ahead.
Tank Davis is a star because he knocks people out. That's why Tank Davis is a star. They like knockouts, and because he was brought up from Floyd. Tank Davis was brought up from Floyd. Floyd made Tank Davis a star. That's what he wanted to do. He knew Tank Davis was a knockout artist, and he said, "I can make you a star." That's what he did. He made Tank Davis a star by being a knockout artist and putting him on his undercards, and then eventually giving Tank Davis his own pay-per-view spots. So
So
Devin
wasn't
Haney,
so wasn't that supposed to be Devin's spot, or no? What you
it
think?
was it was supposed to be. Devin Haney was Floyd wanted Devin Haney to be his fighter, but Bill and Devin, I mean, well, mainly Bill. Bill wanted to go their own. They wanted to go their own route. They didn't want to be under Floyd. They wanted to be their own man, and so Bill went independent. And so that's why Devin Haney was not Floyd's fighter because Bill wanted to be independent. He didn't want to be under Floyd. So
So
I
that
mean,
being said, with the built-in promotional company early on for the American Dream, and like you said, I think him not being with Floyd Mayweather helped because
say that
it's
again.
just I said him not being with Floyd helped a little bit because it seemed
Um,
like it's all about Floyd.
it 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 did, and it did in a way because he built everything himself. It didn't because he's not as known as Tank Davis is known. Tank Davis is known almost worldwide. I mean, it ain't nowhere in the United States, ain't no city in the United States you go and they don't know who Tank Davis is. Tank Davis is known in almost every well, I know he's known in every major city in the United States. Uh, Devin Haney, not so much, not right now. His name is getting bigger, but it's not so much right now because I mean they was brought up on their own. They didn't have the big time promoter behind them. They didn't have the machine behind them. They was doing everything on their own. They fought in Tijuana for the first 5 or 6 years of Devin Haney's career, and then they started fighting in America.
Let me ask you this, Fred. So that being said, let me ask you this: do you think Abdul Wahid and Devin Haney don't like each other, or is that just the media?
No, I don't think Tank and Devin have any real beef between each other. I think it's my bad. I think it's more so boxing. I think it's boxing. I think Tank doesn't like Bill Haney. I don't think he has any real beef towards Devin. I think it's more so towards Bill Haney.
That's a good point. I did hear Bill say something that was kind of funny. He said, I had Rolexes and chains before Devin ever made a dime. So that being said, is Bill in the way of Devin becoming a superstar
No,
because
he's
people
not.
hate
He's
him
not in
so
the way
much?
because that's his promoter. He's not in the way. I mean, you would say Bill is in the way if Devin wasn't getting the big fights, if Devin never became undisputed and he had an opportunity to become undisputed, that's when you say he's in the way. But no, Bill Haney is helping Devin get all of these joints by Bill Haney keeping Devin's name relevant. There's not a week that goes past that Bill Haney ain't out here talking on somebody's platform about Devin Haney. Not a week goes past.
That's a good point, my man. From my view, said Devin making a bag while chasing legacy. I agree with that. They said about to do it with Kilmore and Morton too. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Camille Morton is going to be good. I just think him being with Floyd is bad because Floyd is going to make it all about him. And I mean, we can't blame him for Mickey Bay not winning big fights. A lot of his guys not winning big fights, but I think Camille Morton's going to be a superstar. I just think you got to give him time, and he got to come up and wait. Super my man DP Rock in the house. He said smart move by Bill. He said Floyd put Tank on, but he should have got him the big fights like Tiafimo, Haney, and Sugar Shakur. Um, I ask you this: are those fights ever gonna happen? Are the three kings ever gonna fight? Whether it's Sugar Shakur, there's really four kings: Sugar Shakur, the Devin American Dream, Abdul Tank Wahid. Will those guys ever fight each other free? What you think?
Um, I think the fight with Shakur Stevens is going to happen. I don't know about um Devin and Tio. Um, I don't even know about the Loma fight. But Devin and Tio, they at 140. It all depends on if Tank decide he want to go to 140 or not. So I don't know if those fights gonna happen. I believe the Shakur fight will happen because Shakur's at 35, and Shakur said all Tank got to do is send him the offer. He knows Tank is the A side, and all Tank got to do is send him the offer, and he'll be ready. Loma, I don't know if Loma wants to fight Tank Davis now. I don't know if he wants to fight Tank. I know he wanted to fight Tank Davis back in the day, but I don't know if Loma wants to fight Tank Davis now because I haven't heard Loma say nothing about Tank Davis in the last couple of years. I heard him say that back in the day when they was at 130 pounds, but not since Tank been at 135. I haven't heard Loma speaking about Tank Davis. I heard Tank Davis say it's time for Loma now, but I haven't heard Loma responded to it.
Yeah, that's a good point, my man. From my view, shoot to my. He said from my view, shoot to my man. Dub right side in the building, man. The light skinned lover, man. My man Dub right side. But I think the funny thing is with Devin Haney, and it's funny. It's like drinking vinegar talking about him, because again, I'm not a big fan of his style. I like real boxing, mano y mano, Mexican style boxing. As you all know, the real sweet science is that. But I think Devin Haney, man, done everything you can ask him to do. Free. Am I wrong to think that, or he didn't send Sugar a contract? He tried to fight Tank many times, and I think Abdul Wahid doesn't want that fight. I mean, even though he might knock him out or whatever the case may be, I think Devin is just too big for Abdul. What you think, man?
I don't think Tank Davis didn't want that fight with Devin Haney. I think Floyd didn't want that fight with Devin Haney. Like Tank Davis said he want those fights. I think it was Floyd. That's why I keep saying y'all got to remember it was Floyd that was making Tank Davis fight. Tank wasn't making those fights. It was Floyd and Leonard Ellaby, and they wanted to make Tank Davis a star, and they did the route that they wanted to do to make Tank Davis a star. So um, I don't think it has nothing to do with Tank Davis not wanting that fight. I don't think it has nothing to do with Devin Haney um, trying to push the fight too hard. I think it more so had to do with Floyd. The same reason why Tank Davis never fought Gary Russell. Floyd didn't want that fight for Tank. He didn't want the fight for Tank. BBO dropped off. He'll be
My
back.
bad.
Oh, there you
But the funny thing about what you're saying is so true is that I seen Tank kind of not want them fights early on. What do you say? Y'all trying to mess up my career, whatever the case may be. And you know what's funny? I heard Devin the American Dream say something that's very powerful. They say everything but let's fight. But can I ask you this? Does Devin Haney take any hit for ducking Teofimo Lopez the way he did? Or what do you think? Tell me.
He never ducked Teofimo Lopez. So I don't see him taking no hit. He never ducked Teo. He tried to fight Teo. Teo went and fought Cambosa.
Can I ask you a serious question? This is not joking. So if we go off the belts, was it really wrong if Lomachenko would have beat Devin the American Dream Haney when he was supposed to fight him? Would he have got full credit? You tell me.
If Loma would have beat Devin?
Yeah, like back those 3 years, like it was like 3 years before him and Teo fought, like when he was really young.
Like talking about 2019?
Yeah, like 2019. Yeah, would he have gotten any credit for beating a young pup like the American Dream back then?
Gee, we got credit. Loma get credit for every fight that he won.
I mean, I say this. You know what? I'm gonna tell you why I don't think that's true. I seen him beat a guy, and it's not gonna be remembered well because they stole his career from him. Every time I'm up here, not because of free, because of him being one of my favorite fighters to watch. I seen Mr. Gary Russell's career stolen from him, and Loma beat him. When you beat a guy that talented, man, you're special, bro. You're special. I don't think people remember how good Mr. Gary Russell was, man. He beat JoJo Diaz when JoJo Diaz running around here like he was Tank Jr. You remember that? When JoJo was knocking stuff out? I mean,
you gonna ask me, do I remember that?
I was just asking. I know you remember that, bro.
You gonna ask me, do I remember?
So what I'm saying is, when you beat a guy like Mr. Gary Russell in his absolute apex prime, I think Loma don't get enough credit because Loma's really a 126 pounder. He's not no 135 pounder.
No, Loma got credit for beating Gary Russell. The thing that everybody wanted from Loma was the rematch, because Gary Russell said he was draining that way because his scale was broken in his room. The scale that they had in his room was broke, so he thought he was overweight. So he drained himself to make weight, and then come to find out that the scale was broke. So he drained himself. But he said he's not making no excuses. That man won. I just want a rematch. So I'm not making no excuses. That man won. I want a rematch. He beat me.
This is the thing that get me about the whole thing with Lomachenko. I mean, let's be honest here. We gonna cut the BS. We gonna talk some real. This is how we do on the road with the Punch podcast, man. We gotta be honest, man. Lomachenko beat Devin Haney, and Devin Haney is a young guy. Go ahead.
You say he beat who?
Devin Haney. He won that fight. Loma won that fight.
No, he didn't.
Loma was robbed. It's almost like when you tell me Sweet Pea beat Oscar. Some people say Oscar.
What did you score the fight?
I had a 7-5.
Devin.
7-5 Loma. On the
you
rematch.
Had 7-5 Devin.
When I rewatched it, I rebat. I went and rewatched it. You right? I did. You
cannot rewatch the fight. The judges don't get the privilege to rewatch the fight. They judge it real time, the same way you did, and you judged it 7-5, the same way the judges did. You judged it real time. That's the only time you can judge it. You can't go back and rewatch it and say, "Oh, I didn't see that punch. I'm gonna go ahead and score it for him." No, you watch it real time. What you see is what you judge.
He said, salute to my man, Detroit native. Now that's my brother right there. Detroit native be talking crazy in the comments. I love that brother though. But I'm gonna tell you this. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I'm the only one that I know of that scored it a draw. I had it a draw. And I wasn't mad if people thought Loma won. I wasn't mad if people thought Devin won. I thought it was a close fight. But the judges said Devin won. He got a unanimous decision, and they said he won. So he won the fight. I could see it going either way, but he wasn't robbed. If a fight is that close, that's not a robbery. That's just a close fight. Loma wasn't robbed. I could see it going either way. I scored it a draw. I had it 6-6. I scored it a draw.
You know what? And see that's what makes me sick about Free. The dude is a doggone elephant, man. And I gotta be honest, the brother said everything he just said during the night of the fight. So I can't even argue with it. He said all this during the night of the fight. Even and shout out to my man Doug Rice. He was calling a fight, and I'm like, he about to stop him. He about to stop him. First thing out of Free's mouth, but he didn't.
He didn't. You can't judge it. And you know who said that better than me? Say Shusu said that. He said, "But you gotta judge round by round." And when he said that, I started laughing. I was like, I try to tell BBO this every time. You cannot judge it because of one round. He had a big round. That's just one round. You got to judge every round. That round is over. Now you go to the next round. And Shusu is a fighter. He fights.
Yeah.
You got to judge it round by round.
Hey, and I gotta agree with you on that, man. It's I guess the thing that's so funny about working with my brother Free is that the dude remember everything that come out of his mouth, and he remember everything that came out of your mouth. So because I did, BBO, I'll be honest, I did score the fight 7-5 Devin Haney's way. I can't believe you remember that, but I did score 7-5 his way, and then I rewatched it a couple times, and for me, when he's about to stop him, that's the part that I was like, whoa. But I remember this part. That brother Free said, but he did.
He did. He almost got stopped. He did. Just like the Linares fight. He almost got stopped, but he didn't. But he didn't. He made it out the round. And what cost Loma that fight is he took the 12th round off. If he wouldn't have took the 12th round off, they would have gave that fight to Loma. That fight would have been Loma's fight. If he would have just fought the 12th round, he would have got that fight. But he took the 12th round off, and they gave it to Devin.
Before I bring my man Dub in, let me ask you this before I bring Dub in. I'm gonna ask you this question before I bring Dub in. I'm gonna have Dub answer after you. So that being said, it did, in your opinion, it didn't matter at all that he's about to stop him. That the judges didn't see that. That could have been a 10-8 round. You don't think?
It's not a 10-8 round because he didn't win the whole round. He caught him, and Devin got hurt. But he didn't win the whole round. He just won it enough to get the 10-9 round. Because earlier that round, Devin was catching Loma with some shots. He was catching him with some shots earlier that round. Loma just happened to catch Devin, and he rocked Devin. And that swung the round to Loma. So, but it wasn't a 10-8 round because Devin didn't drop. So you can't, like, now the way they have it, because there's no standing 8 count, it's kind of hard to give somebody a 10-8 round if they don't get dropped. Like, you literally got to pretty much beat this dude to where the referee is about to stop the fight in order to get a 10-8 round.
Well, they did that with Monkey versus Spence. They got a 10-8 round. You didn't drop him.
Yeah, I said you got to literally beat the dude till he almost get dropped. Like beat the dude the whole round, and then you rock him up like 4 or 5 times in that round. Then they was like, you know what? That's a 10-8 round. He did everything except for drop him, but he rocked him like 4 or 5 times. He beat every single second of that round. I got to score 10-8. But nowadays, you don't really see too many 10-8 without a knockdown.
Again, before my man Dub say something, we want to give a big shout out to the Breakfast Box. If you're in the Akron, Cleveland area, make sure you stop by the Breakfast Box. Great food, great people. But go ahead, Dub. I want to hear from you. What you think about that, man?
Man, first things first, as always, man. Shout out to my brothers, man. BVO, D Free, much love and respect. How did I become the light skinned lover? How did that become a thing? I don't know what that is. D Free is absolutely correct in this situation. You almost started lying again, BVO. You was ready to argue with D Free about Undisputed. I heard it coming up. I heard it, but this is the thing right here. the thing is you don't. I mean, if you have a good 45 seconds in that round, you know what I'm saying. Uh, I don't know what you expect, and you lost the rest of the round. It is what it is. The other thing is though, when you said you scored at 7-5 on the watch back, and I got to correct you, D Free, and I do it respectfully. All the judges scored at 8-4. They all scored at 8-4 fight, right? They scored at 116, I believe 116 to 112, and so it, I don't know what the argument is here. I have no clue, but I heard what you said earlier. Man, Lomachenko is a hell of a fighter. He a great fighter. We can't disagree with that. And so overall, man, all I'm saying is it seems like you're nitpicking for that fight. A close fight can't be a robbery. When you say you scored at 7-5 on the rewatch, even though you scored it for Devin originally, D Free called it a draw. I scored it for Devin. How can it be a robbery?
No, I said I called it 7-5 the night of the fight for Devin, and I said I rewatched it and changed my mind.
No, that's what I'm saying. All I'm saying, but you said Lomachenko was robbed, and how can it be a robbery if it's a close fight?
At the end of the day, man, he deserved to win that fight, Doug. I mean,
because of what? Because he chose not to fight in the 12th round. How did he deserve to win anything?
I mean, I
nobody deserves to win. You earn wins. You don't deserve them.
I'm just saying, I just felt like the man that went to Ukraine did all this stuff over there.
What they got to do with the fight? You talking about everything else? What they got to do with anything?
It was made for him. It would have been like a Disney.
Victor Postile. He was over in Ukraine too. Did he deserve to beat Antoine Russell? No. What are you talking? I mean, how did because these people are fighting for their country? Shout out to them. I got respect for that. But what does that have to do with the fight?
I'll put like this. No, I'm not a Devin hater. That is completely false. I love Devin the American Dream. I think he's a terrific fighter. I call him.
Who called you a hater?
Somebody in the chat said that.
Okay. My bad.
But I'll say this. Paulie Malignaggi, I think Devin is a lot like Paulie Malignaggi. He's a smart boxer. But like we were talking about earlier in the show, I want your opinion on this too, Dub, since you hopped up. Can Devin Haney beat Boots Ennis? In your opinion?
Not in my opinion. I don't think he beats Boots. I think if he goes up to 47, that man need to take 2-3 fights up there to get acclimated before he get in the ring with somebody like Boots. That's my opinion. So if that fight would have happened next, at this current moment in time, I'm picking Boots to beat Devin.
Well, let me ask you this. Can Devin learn how to fight in the pocket like Roberto Duran and Floyd to take him to the next level? Because that's what he needs to go to.
He fought in the pocket. He fought in the pocket against Lomachenko.
He did, but I'm saying he needs to improve. That's why the fight was even close. Go ahead.
But that's the reason that you against Linares, he fought in the pocket against Linares. And I've been very critical of Devin for fighting the wrong fights. I think he could have made some of these fights much easier than he has. But part of the way you improve is work on it in the ring. You know what I'm saying? You work on it in training, of course, but then you also work on it in the ring. And I think the progression we'll see from Devin the next time he is forced to fight in the pocket, the fight with Lomachenko, the fight with Linares, the fight with Jojo Diaz, all those fights only helped him sharpen his skill set in fighting in the pocket. The only reason he didn't have to fight Regis in the pocket because Regis couldn't make it an inside fight. Regis just didn't have the footwork to get there. So, I mean, when somebody cuts the ring off and forces you to fight that fight, then I do think that Devin trying to work on some of those skills in the ring, you know what I'm saying? I think we'll see it come out of him. But you got to remember, when we saw at the time when Floyd was fighting, Floyd fought from the outside of a lot of his career. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because that was the easier fight for him. The man, he only fought in the fight when he was forced to. You know what I'm saying? And even then, he was able to swim without getting wet. Do I think Devin has that skill set at this current moment in time? Absolutely not. I don't see it yet. But I do think when you work on it, you get better at it. So the man will keep working. And one thing we know, he a gym rat. So it is what it is.
So
I mean,
I go ahead, Free.
no, I want to say that, and the one thing that he mentioned, he said he fought in the pocket with Loma, he fought in the pocket with Linares, and the one thing that those two fights have in common is both of those fights, he got hurt. He got
Mm-hmm.
hurt in both those fights. So it's it's not so much Devin has to learn how to fight in the pocket. He know how to fight in the pocket. It's a matter of he don't need to fight in the pocket too often. Only at times when he has to, like if he's up against the ropes or he's in the corner, he needs to be able to fight in the pocket and then grab and hold, reset in the center of the ring. He don't need to fight in the pocket every single moment of the fight because at some point you're going to get caught fighting in the pocket. Shoot, Shakur Stevenson got hit fighting in the pocket when he fought Oscar Valdez, and he got a great advantage over Oscar Valdez as far as arm reach. He got hurt with Oscar Valdez. He didn't let nobody know until after the fight was over, but he said Oscar Valdez hit him so hard in the stomach he wanted to throw up. So
No,
I
he
mean,
didn't say
Hey,
throw.
Free, drop the link on your side, brother. Drop the link on your side.
He didn't say throw. He said he felt like he had to go shit. That's what he said.
oh yeah.
Hey, but I think the thing that's so exciting, and this is the exciting thing about Devin, is he's kind of a throwback fighter, and you see the desire to be great. Um, I wouldn't put him up there on a Floyd Mayweather level or anything like that yet, but I'm telling you, he's starting to be everything his Godfather was. He just a terrific fighter. I just want to see him fight in the pocket like Roberto Duran or like Floyd more. I think that's the key to him being who he should be. But the only thing we got to say is this, man. I want to see, I want to see Devin in there with Tio before I hear anything else. If he beat a guy like Tio, two-time lineal champion, then I could say, you know what, Devin Haney, stamp it. He's the big deal because Tio's beating all them guys. He's beating Abdul Wahid, Tank Wahid. He's beating Sugar Shakur to death, and he's definitely beating Devin. If he can beat Teofimo Lopez, you will never hear your boy BBO ever say a thing about how great Devin Haney. You gotta fight those chop. You gotta fight Chop Corley. You gotta fight Super Judah. Go ahead.
Let me ask you this. If
Steve Monster, show your face, bro. I can't see you. Show your face.
Fights Tio, and it's a close fight like Loma, and Devin Haney wins, are you going to say Tio got robbed?
You said, hold on 1 second. Say it one more time.
I said if Devin Haney fights Tio, and it's a close fight like Loma, and they say Devin Haney won, you going to say Tio got robbed?
No, you know I don't do that. I'm fair. I don't do that.
You said Loma got robbed. Hold up, you said Loma got robbed, and you more of a fan of Tio than Loma.
I don't know why you keep saying I'm a big.
Hold on real quick. Somebody got some feedback.
That's what I'll say. I don't know, man. You really hit me with this all the time. I'm not a fan of Tio, bro. I just recognize greatness. I'm seeing a new version of Pretty Boy Floyd emerge. So, I mean, how wouldn't I be excited about that? A dude that want to fight everybody? A dude that's hold on, let me see this. A guy say, "Oh, Matias, y'all think he a big bad brother? I want him." All of a sudden, the man magically break his hand. And you heard Tio at the fight at the I can't think what fight that was. At the recent fight, who was that just fought? Man, I'm sorry, I drew a blank.
Ortiz. It was the Ortiz fight.
When Ortiz fight, and you heard Tio as he and Dub get on me about this, but the man had the undisputed hat on, so I'm move on from that. But
No, he did not have an undisputed hat on. Whoever made that hat do not know how to spell, dog. That was not undisputed. That wasn't even undisputed in Spanish. I don't know what they spelled on that hat. I took a picture of that because I knew you was going to say something. I took a screenshot of it. I knew you was going to say something. I got a screenshot of that. That joint did not say undisputed. That joint said UNSPTO. DN. I was like, oh, what the heck is that? That's not undisputed. What does that say? I looked it up. That's not even undisputed in Spanish. I was like, I don't know who made that hat.
My man Billy said it best. Tio is the best at 140. Haney is the next man up. And like
But
T.O. said it best, I'm number one, and the American Dream is number two. And you know
but
what? We want Devin to grow some nuts, man, and fight a guy like T.O. and stop playing. Fight T.O., bro. Grow
hold on,
some
hold on.
nuts. Go ahead.
Let me ask you, BVO. Let me and if Tio had all the nuts you're talking about, why did that man choose to fight Cambosis instead of fighting Devin?
At the end of the day, he went for a payday. One thing you gotta say, unlike the American
He
Dream, who's
he
just
wasn't gonna
no,
get
hold
a
on, let me
bigger
finish. Let me
payday
finish
with.
that. Hold on, Doug.
Listen,
Let me
man.
finish. Let me finish. Let me finish. Don't get me wrong. Him and George Camboso conspired to try to get more money together. And somehow the Triller thing fell through. They wasn't selling tickets, whatever the case may be. So their little plan didn't work. So that's kind of what
Somehow.
that's why it backfired on Tio,
Did
because
you
Tio
say
But
is not a draw.
somehow? Did you
Man,
say
wait,
somehow?
wait a minute.
nobody
Wait a
knew who
minute.
Cambosis was.
Wait a minute, man. Tio don't even make a lot of money in fights. So how in the heck in the blue skies in the deepest part of the damn Milky Way that just magically him and Cambosis was going to get him or each other their highest payday? Are you serious? This is a guy who's complained that he don't barely make $1 million a freaking fight and feel as though he should be getting all this big money. Well,
Hey
you got to
man,
be
dog
worth
trying to
that.
get T.O. a pass for Ducky. That's
Hold
all
on,
that
hold
is.
I'm
on,
not
hold on, hold
giving.
on, hold on, hold on.
Wait a minute.
Tio ain't ducked
I'm not
nobody, but go
giving.
ahead.
Oh man,
Wait a
come
minute.
on, man. You trying to get T.O. a
Wait.
pass,
I'm
man.
about to
Come on, man.
finish, bro. I'm not giving. Yo, I'm not even up here taking up for Tio. What are you talking about? I don't give nobody a pass. You bringing that the wrong direction, my guy. I not one time did I say anything about protecting fucking Tio. I don't even like the motherfucker. What are you talking about? But
It ain't no
this
reason
dude,
he fought Cambosis, man. None.
Hold on, one at a time.
yeah,
Let him
that's
finish,
what
then
I'm
you can go.
saying.
I'm gonna let you go.
That's what I'm
Once you get done,
saying.
let
You
it go.
wasn't listening to what I was saying. I was alluding to all that, man. he so him trying to build up a fight with Cambosis was getting him no goddamn payday. The only thing it was do was getting him away from an ass whipping. Now as good as
Oh,
this guy is, and as good as this guy is, and as his leverage shit, he don't have heart like that. We forgetting so fast that T.O. is like the cowardly motherfucker lion. Now all of a sudden he had this good old performance and he talking a whole lot of shit. Let me see him have a performance like that again.
he's
So
done
it should be
it.
no
He's
hesitation of him
done it.
going
He's done it.
he
He, dude,
against
hold on.
who? Against who?
Against the great Lomachenko, Hall of Famer. Against Josh Taylor, Hall of Famer. What are you talking about, Crush? You don't
No, they
never
was
talk
they
about
they,
one. Hold on,
they
let me finish. Let me hit the screen and you got it. I'm so tired of Crush acting like this dude ain't beating up Hall of Famers, bro. This is what you
no
say you want.
Who's
You
the
say you
Hall of
want a
Famer?
can man.
who the Hall
Ain't
Loma's
none
of
gonna
of
be
these
a Hall.
dudes in no fucking Hall of Fame, bro.
Loma's going to the
Don't try
Hall of
to drop
Fame,
your
bro.
opinion as
Loma's
a
going to
fact.
the
Cause
Loma
it's
is
just
going to the
opinion.
Hall
I
of
don't give a
Fame,
fuck
bro.
about who's going
Loma's going to the
somewhere.
Hall of Fame.
They ain't there yet. Why we
George
talk
Taylor's
about
going to
something
the
that ain't
Hall of
happened
Fame.
yet, bro?
The
We're not
thing
gonna
is,
talk
you
about what
get
didn't
credit.
happen yet.
You
We're not
get
gonna
credit.
talk
You
about what
get
didn't
credit for
happen yet.
fighting
That's what's
those
wrong with
dudes,
y'all dudes. Talk
bro.
about what
You
already
get
happened. Ain't
credit.
none of these
You
dudes
get
in no
credit.
fucking Hall of Fame.
You get
We
credit
ain't
for beating
talking
Hall
about
of
what didn't
Famers. It's
happen
the
yet.
same thing that Roy did. It's the
They
same
ain't
thing
don't
that
go.
Roy did.
Yo,
It's the same
bro,
thing that
we
Roy
not
did.
talking
Roy
about
beat.
what didn't happen
Hold
yet,
on.
BVO. You're not
Roy
gonna bring that
Jones.
bullshit over here,
Listen,
bro.
listen. I'm gonna
I'm
cook
not
you tonight.
listening to
I'm
that
gonna cook you tonight,
bullshit, bro.
bro.
I'm not
He.
listening to no propaganda. You couldn't cook me on my weakest day, bro. What are you talking about? Even I gave you the fucking recipe. What are
I
you
got the
talking
file on
about?
it right
But
now.
you
I'm
don't
about
have
to
no
throw you in the
fucking
skillet.
logic, my
I'm
guy.
about to throw you
What
in
are
the
you
skillet.
talking
Let me
about,
finish. Hold on,
bro?
hold on. We ain't gonna do
You
nothing
gonna
yelling
sit and
back and
talk
forth.
some
Let me say,
blasphemy, my
hey,
man. What are you talking about?
Crush. You my brother, and I love you. Let me say my point, then you go. Let me say my point, then you go. I'll
Go
be
ahead, say
quiet.
your point,
Let me.
man.
So this is the thing. It's the same thing when Roy beat James, Tony, and he beat Bernard Hopkins. They weren't Hall of Famers yet, but they became Hall of Famers. So you can't tell me T.O. beating Lomachenko, who's a monster, Josh Taylor, who's a monster. Come on, that's two Hall of Famers, dude, in a row. What are you talking
no.
about?
I'm not talking about are they Hall of Famers now? Yes
Was
or no?
Tony
Simple fucking question.
was
Yes or
Tony and
no?
Roy was
Just
Tony
no.
and
I'm
Bernard
not talking
Hopkins?
about Roy Jones and them. Don't move the goalposts, my guy. All these guys you talking about outside of Roy Jones and James Toney that you just talked about, are they Hall of Famers now? Yes or
Not yet.
no?
No, not
Okay,
yet. No,
end of
not yet.
story. So that's no. That's a no. So I'm not
BBO,
talking about what the fuck didn't happen yet. Because it
BBO,
might not be guaranteed. What are you
Hey,
talking about? Y'all
hey,
dudes
oh,
don't
BBO.
never keep logic with y'all boxing talk, man. Especially
Ski,
you,
hey,
Ski,
BVO.
I'm let you
You
go.
Uncle,
I'm let you go.
don't
And I'm
OG
gonna
Crush,
cook this
OG
though.
Crush
I'm about
got
to
that
cook
smoke
this
talk,
for
though.
man.
your ass.
I'm
He
about to
got that
hey,
You
smoke for
talking
your
I'm
ass.
about to
about,
cook
dog?
it. Go ahead,
You ain't
Ski.
talking
You just
shit.
hey Ski Monster, go ahead, say what you want to say, bro. I'm gonna go because I'm fired up. I'm about to cook this nigga, bro.
You
I'm
ain't
about to cook this
talking
nigga, bro.
shit. You
I'm
know
about to
this
cook this
man
nigga, bro.
ain't
Hey,
shit getting cooked over here, my guy.
I
It's
just had
about
to
to be
show up
some.
and
No,
come so late.
BBO, you gotta understand. Not, no, I understand what people like to say. They like to say Loma is going into the Hall of Fame. We don't know if Loma is going to go into the Hall of Fame. We don't know what they're going to do. We can
I
we
don't
can
give a
believe
fuck
that,
about the Hall of Fame.
but no, I there was talk, there was argument that Loma could have won that fight against Tio. So it wasn't like he beat Loma hands down. There was no question about it. There was talk that people thought Loma won that fight. There was talk that people thought Loma won that fight. So you saying, hey, Tio, Devin Haney robbed Loma? There was talk that Loma got robbed against Tio
Boy,
as well.
they said both ways. They said both ways. Hey,
Yeah.
and
So
Bruce, you my brother, but that's a lie. Canelo's a Hall of Famer. Loma's a Hall of Famer.
no,
I
they
think
not.
Terrence Crawford.
They not.
No,
No,
they
They
not Hall
not.
of
he's a
Famers yet, bro. We gotta
bro.
wait for
Those
all
dudes
that
is
to
about to be
happen.
Hall
Hold
of
up. Hold up.
Famers.
Let me ask you this
Hold on,
question,
hold on.
Vivio.
Hold on, let me answer my question real quick. Since we talking this shit, since you talk about Loma, then if that's the motherfucking case, then Salino should be a fucking Hall of Famer because he beat
You a nut.
motherfucking
You a
goddamn Loma
nut.
before
You a
anybody,
nut. I'm gonna
goddamn
tell
it.
you, you a
I don't
nut,
never hear
bro. You
nobody
a
talking
nut
about
saying that.
Salino is the Hall of Famer. He the first dude they gave Loma fucking loss.
Hold on. It don't matter who you lose to, bro. It don't
No,
matter
yeah,
who you
yes,
lose
it
to.
do. Yeah,
It do
if
not.
it matter
It
who
do
you
not.
fuck you beat, it matter who you fucking lose to also. It go both ways. It takes two to
Ali
tango.
lost to a dude
What
in
are you
Spink who
talking
had
about?
9 fights. What are you talking about, bro? You
No.
can't do this. I do this more than you, bro. He lost to a guy with
You,
9 fights. What are
I
you
know
talking
that,
about,
dog.
Crush?
And what happened? And what happened?
He
And what
outboxed him the
happened?
next fight. That's what he did. He outboxed him and
No,
ran the
what
next fight.
happened after that?
Like I just said,
What
he
happened
outboxed
after
him and
that?
ran the next fight.
Then he
Crush, you
go
don't
to
want
the
to do
Hall of
this with
Fame.
me,
Ain't talking
bro.
about what happened in the next fight. Don't move the goalpost. You ain't slicker than an oil spill, my man. Don't move the goalpost. You
I'm
fucking
co-
with the OG. I
That's
play
why
these
I'm
old
coming.
games.
That's why I'm coming. I'm coming with my
And
best. You
that's
don't see
why
me messing around.
you're going
I'm
to
coming.
get a lesson every time. Every time. I promise you.
Crush.
I promise
You
you. I got
BBO, let me ask
children
you
your
a question.
age. I
What
got
did what
children your age, my
you know
man.
about
BBO
boxing, but you
BBO
don't
BBO
understand the optics of how things go. At the end of the
BBO?
day, we see. Oh, let me finish this, Freedom. I'm gonna let you go. I promise. You got to be honest here, bro. Ali lost to a guy with 9 freaking fights. And you want to talk about
Yeah.
who somebody lost to? People lose. What are you talking about? What about Hill who
Okay,
kept beating
so they
Sugar?
should get
What about
credit
Hill
then.
who kept beating?
They
What
should
about
get
Hill
credit.
who keep?
That's
What
the
about
point
Hill who
that I'm
kept beating
making.
Sugar Shane Moses kept losing to Hill? Ain't nobody say Hill's no Hall of Famer. You capping, bro. Because you don't like
That's my
Tio, you don't want
fucking
to talk
point.
BBO,
You
about him.
just made
let me
my
ask you a
point.
question.
You just
You
made my
capping, bro.
point. You
You
don't even know
capping,
you
bro.
just made my point. You just
Go
made my point. Listen to yourself, son.
Ski Monster.
Listen to
I'm gonna let you
yourself.
go. I'm gonna let you go, man. My bad. Me and Crush do this all the time.
BBO, let me ask you
Well,
a
y'all
question,
Go
on
ahead.
fire.
BBO.
Y'all on fire.
Let me ask
No,
you a
he
question,
just
BBO.
do what I said,
What
yo. All the time.
what
Go ahead, Dick.
what makes Josh Taylor a Hall of Famer?
Undisputed champion. I mean, beat Regis Prograde when he was still tough. Took his oaths. Ramirez.
Okay.
I
Don't
mean,
nobody say nothing. Don't nobody say nothing. Go ahead, BBO.
Ramirez. I mean, Jack Catterall, who was they could have went either way. I mean, at the end of the day, you got tough fights, bro. We seen.
Okay.
Listen, let me
So
let me
tell me,
finish it before I go. You got to remember, Ali lost to Ken Norton 3 times, but
I don't care about Ali. I'm
they
not talking
gave
about
it to
Ali.
Ali. Go ahead.
I don't care about Ali. I'm not talking about Ali. I'm talking about Josh Taylor. You said because he was undisputed champion, he beat Regis Prograde, who even you said Regis Prograde ain't that good, but he beat Regis Prograde. He beat Jose Ramirez. Okay, explain why Corey Spence and Jermaine Taylor not in the Hall of Fame.
They didn't beat enough people, and they was undisputed. I think Jermaine
Corey,
Taylor was
hold up.
undisputed.
Corey
Jermaine was undisputed.
Spinks was undisputed. Jermaine Taylor was undisputed. Jermaine Taylor beat Bernard Hopkins twice.
Right. Right. It's just like that Hill fight. It was just a bad matchup for B Hop. So
Jermaine Taylor's resume is better than Josh Taylor's and Lomachenko's put together.
Say that again.
So you telling me B Hop's better than Lomachenko? Are you serious?
What? Are you serious?
You telling me B Hop?
B Hop will whoop Lomachenko ass.
Of course you would because of the weight. I'm talking about they were the same size.
He is still whooping his fucking ass.
You do realize B Hop fought until he was like 45 years old?
I'm talking about who's a better fighter. You can't
Like
tell
skill
me
for skill.
Skill for skill. You can't tell me. There's no way you can tell me that B Hop is a better fighter than Loma skill for skill. He's not. Because when he got in there with Roy beat him to death. What are you talking about? When he got in there with Roy beat him to death.
So you think that Lomachenko is beating Oscar De La Hoya?
Of course not. De La Hoya is a great. What are you talking about?
But Bernard Hopkins did.
Bernard Hopkins knocked his ass. Yeah.
He got him in the kidney, bro. You know what y'all do? I'm gonna tell y'all what y'all do. Because y'all don't study the sport like I do. Y'all don't realize losses happen. Losses happen. I don't know what y'all do. Y'all let that old stuff get in y'all's head, bro. Losses happen, dog. Losses happen, dog. That's a part of boxing, baby. It's always been that way.
Hey man, let's let the brother speak. Let him get his bars off, man.
Go ahead. I'm gonna let my man Dub from there. Go ahead.
I just came to show love to y'all, dog. Y'all got a new lion in the den. That's all. You already know.
What's up with you, man?
Shit, chilling. BVO. You know, he be cutting it to me in the comments. So shit, I'm here for
it. Hey.
Yeah, that's what BVO do, man. That's my little brother do.
You know, Crush don't want to do this. Crush is my guy, but he don't want to do this with me. I will cook him, bro, because he don't like Tio. That's what it is, bro. That's what it is, bro.
Fuck with me, man.
You don't like Tio, bro. That's what it is, dog. Hey,
man, fuck Tio. Give a fuck about no Tio, man.
Free, Dub. Am I wrong? He just
punch Tio in his fucking face. Fuck Tio. Fucking Tio. I'll punch Tio in his fucking jaw.
Because Tio's Spanish, he got something against you. That's just what it is.
I ain't got nothing against Spanish people. I'll punch a couple black Americans in their damn face too. What you talking about?
I didn't say you had something against him because he's Spanish. I said if he had waves in the beard, he would be your guy. I guarantee you that.
And I punch his waves out too. And I punch his waves out his head. They ain't got nothing to do with it, goddamn.
Go ahead, Chris.
Just like I'm gonna hit you with a body shot when I meet you, BB. I'm gonna make you leak out some lemonade. You know what I mean? It's nothing. Go ahead and learn. You
being 5'1", I wouldn't suggest it. But I'll tell you that'd be a good try though. But go ahead, man. Go ahead, Doug. My bad. Go ahead, Doug.
No, I don't think it's nothing. So, like we all know, styles make fights. I done broke this down multiple times for you, BBO. We see what style Tio struggles with. We see the style that he struggled with. He struggled with individuals who can fight off the back foot. If he has to be first, he's gonna struggle in the fight. We've seen it multiple times. We saw it with Sando Martin. We saw it with George Kambosos. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna have success against individuals he can fight off the back foot and counterpunch. And so when you tell me that he'll beat a Tank, a Devin, a Shakur, I'm telling you that these are individual that's gonna force him to be first, and when the man has to be first, he struggles in the fight. That's a fact. We've seen it happen multiple times. So I don't know what the Tio angle is. Like I always say, Josh Taylor was right in his wheelhouse. It's funny how you say that Josh Taylor, you give him credit for beating Regis when Devin beat Regis way easier than what Josh Taylor did. You know what I'm saying? But you give Josh Taylor credit for that fight, even though it was a close fight. It was a close fight. I just don't understand the angle that you be coming from sometimes. That's all I'm saying, BBO.
I'll put like this. And hold on, somebody, you got some major feedback on somebody. But that's what I say. I get it, though. When it comes to Crush, that's my brother. That's my little big brother, man. He know what he's talking about, but because he hates T.O., he don't want to see what he's looking at. That's you looking at Floyd. You're looking at Floyd. You're looking at a dude who don't get the fights because dudes are scared of him. You remember when Floyd said, "Oh, I'm gonna go fight. I'm gonna go to Atlantic City and get a fight." And then I heard Sugar Shane Moses coming down. I heard Oscar coming down to fight me at 147. I'm gonna meet him there. I'm telling you, T.O. is gonna show y'all he's better than all these guys, and it's not because he's BBO's favorite fighter. BBO's favorite fighter is Jamel Charlo, Alicia Bungana, not no Teofimo Lopez. I just recognize when I see the emergence of Floyd Jr. Same thing when it comes to Ryan Garcia looking like Sugar Ray Leonard. I got to give credit where credit's due. I don't hate. I just tell you what I see. But go ahead.
Hold on, hold on, real quick,
Ryan
BBO. So,
Garcia look like
hold on,
Sugar Ray
let me just say
Leonard.
this.
Get
Let me
him,
just say this.
dog. Get him, dog.
Hold on. Let
Get
me
him,
just say
dog.
this one thing. I just want to say
Get
this
him,
one thing.
dog.
I'm gonna be. So type of way. T.O. is the second coming of Floyd, and Ryan is the second coming of Sugar Ray Leonard.
Shit.
Not
But
Get
at
him, dog.
not at
hold on,
all.
hold on. Wait a minute. Let me finish. But Devin Haney is the second coming of Paula Maladashi. You can't make
Uh,
this up. You can't make it up. It's incredible. BVO the bias is special. It's special.
BBO.
But I like what you do. I like what you do. The controversial opinions that you have. It's not it's not really because they're controversial. It's because they're nonsensical. But we respect you because we got love for you overall. I got love for you, so it is what it is. But it's just amazing how these fighters are the second coming of legends, and then the only one that done truly been undisputed. This man, Ryan Garcia, ain't never been a champion. This man ain't never been a legitimate champion, but he the second coming of Sugar Ray. You
Come
can't
on.
make it up. You can't make this stuff
Uh,
Hold
up.
on, hold on, hold on. Go ahead, Ski. Go ahead, Ski. My bad. Go ahead.
oh no, go ahead. I'm listening.
No, I'm listening to you. Go ahead, bro.
Oh no, hell no. TA ain't no damn shit. Everybody fed up with the bullshit, man. How long he done went without fighting? How long he done went without fighting Devin, man, and fought somebody else? He do this all the time, and the fans getting tired of this shit. They getting fed up. This dude running around here lying, saying he undisputed and all that stuff. Man, fans ain't got time for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Now he about to fight Jermaine Ortiz, right?
And Jermaine Ortiz might fuck him up.
He might
Telling
fuck
y'all that
him up,
now.
but who asked for that?
No
Ain't
one asked
nobody
for it.
asked for that. Ain't
So,
nobody asked for that shit.
T.O.
But
can't
ain't
get a
nobody.
fight. They're scared of him.
Man, come on, man.
I
Come
thought
on,
we was
man.
talking. I thought we this. Hey, this is what we do in BBL boxing community. We keep it real. We don't play no games. We keep it real here. This
Okay,
is
so
all
y'all
uncut
BBO,
boxing
y'all want to
talk right
fight him?
here.
BBO,
Y'all want to fight
how
him?
you picking that? Who you picking in the Ortiz fight? The Ortiz Tio fight. You got Tio, right?
Of course,
I got 50 on Jermaine Ortiz. You know my
we
money
with it.
good.
damn.
I'm with it.
You know my money good.
I'm
Woo-wee.
with it. I'm with it.
Get it, God damn it.
Hey,
It's, get it.
Matter of fact, you know what I'm gonna do? I got 100. How's that?
Ooh,
Don't
let's
come if
do
you
it.
ain't coming. I got
Let's
100.
do
Don't
it.
come if you
Let's
ain't
do
coming,
it.
bro.
Let's do
I
it.
got 100.
Bro,
fuck
you
it. I'll
know,
put 100
hey,
on her.
You good? You good? I know you good for it. You good for it.
okay,
So I already
all right,
know.
bet.
But go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh my goodness.
Crush. You don't crush. Can you just admit it? If it's not a black fighter, you're not gonna keep it real. You the same dude that don't be giving Oscar his love, who
Is
beat
Jermaine
Pernell
Ortiz black?
Whitaker.
Is Jermaine Ortiz black? I think he Hispanic or he Latin or whatever one. I don't know the proper term anymore. So I don't believe he's just purely black. So is that true or not?
Hey, my man Billy
BBO
said he would
said,
put 500. He would put
Oh, answer
500
the
on T.O.
question. Answer the question.
What's up? Hey, D Free. D Free. I want you to
get
hear
You
this. I
him,
ain't
want you
answer
to
dog.
it.
hear this.
Hold on. You ain't gonna answer my question.
No, I'm gonna answer your question. I just want to say this before I answer your question. D Free. You got
Yo,
to hear what just happened when you fell off. This brother Dub just bet me $100 that Jermaine Ortiz is beating Teofimo Lopez, bro.
he got a good chance,
Oh,
and
free.
I'm gonna explain why. I'm gonna explain why. See, the thing
Get
about
him.
T.O. is if T.O. don't respect you, he don't really train hard for you.
Mm.
So
Good ass point.
Jermaine Ortiz is one of those type of fighters that T.O. ain't really sweating like that. He not really studying Jermaine Ortiz like that. He will get up for a Tank Davis, a Devin Haney, a Ryan Garcia because those are the big names in the sport of boxing. Jermaine Ortiz ain't really that big name like that. So Tio don't really fear him like that. And we all know when Tio don't really pay attention to his fighters, he lets down. He let him down. Like that's what happened with the Cambosos. He wasn't thinking about Cambosos. He was thinking about Devin Haney, and he wasn't tripping off of Cambosos. And he went in there and got beat.
That boy guns came out blazing, ain't it?
Hey,
That
Yeah.
boy
hey,
came
hey,
out.
look, hey, y'all wanna know what a real robbery was?
What's that?
When they gave Teofimo Lopez the win against Sandor Martin, when
Oh,
he had
Yeah,
put that
not
man on
again.
when he put that
yeah.
man on the
Again.
floor,
He
when
lost
he
to
was counter
Sandor
punching
for
when he
sure.
was counter punching the hell out of Tio. Yeah, yeah,
We
yeah.
talking
And
That
about
that's what
splits,
was
right?
Sandor
going
We talking
on.
about
whooped his
That's what
splits.
was going
ass,
on.
man.
We talking about splits.
Sandor
The man
whooped
slipped.
his
He slipped.
ass.
He slipped. He slipped, bro. But I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this. Duh. You my brother and I love you. But you know for a fact you just wanted to bless me with some money because you know Tio's that dude, bro. Tio's that dude, bro. Like I don't know what you're talking about, bro. He keep fighting.
Once again, I tell you this all the time. When I'm pick, hold on, somebody got some background.
Hold on.
I don't know if they washing dishes. I don't know what it was, but
We got it.
what I tell you all the time, styles make fights, and the way Jermaine Ortiz fights, right, is not conducive to T.O.'s style. T.O. gonna have to be the one first in that fight, and he gonna be getting Jermaine Ortiz is the longer fighter. He got the better jab, and now Tio got the power. Tio got great counterpunching ability, but the problem is Jermaine Ortiz is exactly what Tio don't need to be fighting, and the reason being is because styles make fights, and when Tio have to be first, especially at 140, and we've seen what Devin looked like when he was able to move up. Jermaine Ortiz, his last fight, he missed weight by damn near 3 pounds or some shit like that. The man been killing himself to make the weight, and so now when he get in the ring with Tio, bro, I think he'll look much different. And even against Lomachenko, and
He came
like
to
you
Loma
already,
though.
hold
Go
on.
ahead.
You already done called Lomachenko a Hall of Famer, one of the all-time greats, ATG, and everything else. So all of all I'm telling you is that when he fought that fight against Lomachenko, he thought he won the fight. I thought he won the fight my damn self, to be honest with you. But I wasn't mad. I wasn't mad at the close decision. I wasn't mad at it. And so I ain't calling no just a blatant robbery on it. Nothing like that. All I'm saying is that it's not good. His style is exactly what is T.O. Kryptonite. His style is T.O.'s Kryptonite.
Y'all know Bill gonna teach him some shit too.
Hey, he said, hey, I'll take any bets if y'all think Jermaine gonna win. Tio got power and skill. I'm gonna
I
tell
don't
you
know
this
you,
shit, man.
brother. I don't know you, brother. Respectfully, uh, me and BVO, hey, BVO know my money good. I know his money good. So I don't know nothing about you. I say that respectfully, though. I say it
Hey,
respectfully.
I don't. I'm gonna say something that I hear a lot of people saying, and don't nobody have no evidence to back what they saying up. I hear everybody saying Tio got power. What power have we seen from Tio at 140?
We haven't seen it. We haven't
Okay.
seen it.
So I don't want to hear I don't want to hear
But
about the power
no,
because we haven't seen
but
that at 140.
all I'm saying is I think he has more power than Jermaine Ortiz. Now, if
He might.
with,
He might. He
and
might.
that's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And so
He might. We don't know what Jermaine Ortiz is gonna look at 140. We saw
agree,
Devin. We
agree,
saw
agree.
Devin look much stronger at 140. So we don't know what Jermaine
Woo!
Ortiz is gonna look like.
Hey, I agree with it. I agree 100% with you, D. Free.
I mean, either way it goes, man, Tio hasn't been as strong at 135 as I thought he would be.
Now,
That's how it goes sometimes.
I would favor T.O., but I wouldn't be surprised if Jermaine Ortiz went because I know what T.O. does when he fighting these type of opponents. These guys that he ain't really thinking about, he always dropped the ball. Well, I ain't
He
gonna say
do
always because
he
he
do
only did it one
shortchange him.
time, but
You
that was the
right.
only time he fought somebody that was subpar to him. That's the only time he fought somebody that was supposed to be subpar to him. He dropped the ball. So I'm only going by his history.
And I want to be very clear. I'm a fan of Tio. I like Tio. I agree. I think Tio, when it's the big moments, that man step up. I ain't got no problem with him, none whatsoever. You feel me? So I ain't trying to hate on him, but I can be objective and I look at the way that the man fight. And once again, If he got to be first, he struggles. And if you got a jab and you got reach, the same thing that we see with Sando Martin, man jabbing his head off, and then what happened? Tio try to jump in, and that's the other problem with Tio. The man leave his feet too much in the damn ring, and he got clipped. He got clipped against Sando Martin. They said it was a slip. I seen a clear knockdown. The punch was landed. The man hit the canvas. I don't know what you want from me, but that's what happened from my perspective, from my eyes. That's what they showed me, and so um, I picked T.O. to when individual going out there and they was picking T.O. to lose to Josh Taylor. I said no. I got T.O. in this fight because Josh Taylor falls into his wheelhouse, falls right into his wheelhouse, and this is what we see consistently from Lomachenko. Even though I don't get into that injury shit because you could tell me you got an injury, you shouldn't have got your ass in the ring. Once you got in the ring, all that injury shit go out the window for me. So in that fight, I mean, Teofimo, he won the early rounds, you know what I'm saying, and won them convincingly. I agree, but he struggled the back half of the fight. Same thing with Devin. I say the same thing with Devin and Lomachenko. So I ain't got no problem with it at all. I'm just saying that in this fight right here at 140, Jermaine Ortiz, he a live dog, and uh, um, the man seems to step up when it's time, especially when it seemed like he comfortable making weight. The time we've seen him struggle recently is when he wasn't able to make weight, and I mean it is what it is. Shout out
I
to the
mean,
queen, Shawala. I always mess her name up. I know I messed it up again. I'm sorry, sis.
I'll say this, man. You got a good point, but double. I wouldn't have seen Jermaine come straight to Lomachenko like he did that whole fight. I would think the same way, but he came straight to Loma, so I believe he's gonna come straight to.
No, the reason you force Loma back because Loma struggles to fight off the back foot. This is what boxers understand. They understand what the weakness of their opponent is, and so we all know Loma struggles to fight off the back foot. Hence the reason Devin continuously came forward in the fight. That man wasn't trying to fight off the back foot. He said, "I'm gonna push you back and make you fight me off the back foot." You know what I'm saying? Hence the reason he dominated the early rounds. So I mean, styles make fights. I don't know how many times I got to say that before you understand it.
But look, let me ask you guys this. This is a fight where I got everybody on the panel. I want to hear from everybody. Who wins that? Especially my mention, we got Crusher. Who wins that Bibble versus Bacherbiev fight? I want to hear everybody's opinion. Y'all go in any order. I'm gonna let Dub take over from me. Go ahead.
You said Bivol Beterbiev?
Yeah, who wins that fight?
I can't pick it yet. I can't pick it yet. I got to see what Bivol looked like against Callum Smith. Um, I would rather talk about that fight than because Bivol got to go out there. I mean, excuse me, Beterbiev. He got to go out there and beat Callum Smith. I do think he beats him, but at the same time, it's hard. It's hard to call it, and the reason it's hard to call it is because when I look at Bivol, I watched the man last fight, and I think I broke this down the other night, but I don't know what his power is like. He don't really carry power like that. And in my opinion, against somebody like Beterbiev, you got to be able to hurt that man. And even when he hurt, he's still a live dog. You feel me? I thought Anthony Yard, he a good puncher. You know what I'm saying? He hurt Beterbiev a couple times, but he was still getting the brake shoes beat off of him. That's what I'm gonna say. He was getting the brake shoes beat off of him. So it's hard for me to pick that fight. Um, but I do think that Bilbao, I think he can make more adjustments than Beterbiev can make, and I think that's going to play a big part in it. Also, Bilbao, he's the longer fighter, the more rangy fighter. He has the better jab, in my opinion. The better footwork. Although I will say, Beterbiev against Joe Smith, if you go in there and watch him fight Joe Smith in that fight, that man showed very good footwork. He showed very good footwork against Anthony Yard. The problem is that he's 40 years old, and I don't know when he gonna hit the wall. I don't know when that wall just kind of pulls up and you hit it. I don't know if it's this. That's why I say I got to see him against Callum Smith first. But if he looks decent against Callum Smith, I'm probably gonna pick him over Bivol.
That's a good pick. Whoever
Yeah,
next, go up.
yeah. I I mean, you already know I got Arthur over everybody at 175 until somebody beat him. I got him over everybody. See what we don't know, the unknown. Like we seen uh 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 Butterby get off the canvas. We seen him get cut. We
Hey,
seen
hey,
him.
real quick, D, for you know it's so funny. When you say the brother name, I be thinking you about to say Butterbean. Yeah, I swear to God, I be thinking you about to say
I
Butterbean.
do
Go ahead,
too.
go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, but we seen him get off the canvas. We seen him get cut. We seen him box. We seen him fight a pressure fighter. We seen him fight a puncher. This man has stopped everybody. What we haven't seen from Bivol is Bivol fighting off the back foot. We don't know if he can fight off the back foot, and we know that Arthur is going to put the pressure on. We know that's what he's going to do. He's going to come forward. And BBO like to say, "Oh, he don't move his head. He get hit too much." He very well might get hit, but we know he got a chin. We know he keeps that high guard up and he comes forward. And when he corner you or when he lands that shot, we don't know what Bivol going to look like or how he's going to react. That's the unknown. That's what we don't know. So I'm gonna pick Butterbean because I don't know what Bivol going to do when he get hit. We haven't seen nobody stand up to Arthur's power. We've seen nobody stood up to his power. So I
And,
don't
and
know.
and just going off of what D Free said, I watched what's my boy name? I can't. What's the guy name he got cut against? I can't call his name right now. Any other time I call his name,
Marcus Brown.
Marcus
Marcus
Brown.
Brown.
Yeah.
When even in that fight, I thought Marcus Brown did have success fighting off the back foot against him. The problem was you got to be able to do that shit for 12 rounds, and uh, unfortunately, when you fight off the back foot, them 12 rounds, when you able to come forward and push a fighter back, them 12 rounds are a little faster than what they are when when you got to fight off the back foot continuously and you got continuous pressure being applied. And so it's hard for me to pick Bivol in that fight. But like I said, man, I got to see what Baturbiev looked like against Callum Smith. And then I think I'll be able to give you a honest answer. But at this current moment in time, I would say that I'm picking Arthur Baturbiev.
What you think, Crush? I don't know if my man Crush is still there, but I'll say this. I got Arthur, man, but I think the way he do get hit, free don't be thinking about what I'm saying. He can get old fast. He be getting like hit like he's a punching bag. I mean, am I wrong? Did you see that Anthony Yarde fight? You seen that, didn't you, Dub? I mean, he was getting rocked, dude. Like,
But
I don't know.
that happens in every fight. The Joe
Yeah.
Smith fight, he was getting hit. The Marcus Brown fight, he was getting hit. He get hit in every fight. It's just he has a chin and he has hellified power. That man, he's willing to take a punch to give a punch. That's the thing with Arthur. He's willing
Two
to
or
take
three
a
of
punch
them.
to give a punch. Yeah, he's
He'll
willing to
take two or
take it.
three of them. So, but the thing is, when you carry power like that, it's okay. The reason being because, of course, in the sport of boxing, you're gonna get hit. You know what I'm saying? So, uh, uh, if I think that if I land my shot, you know what I'm saying, one of my shots is worth four of your shots, then hey, it all kind of equals out. And with Joe Smith, we seen Joe Smith put some leather on him, but at the same time, when he clipped Joe Smith, I didn't even think Joe Smith should have been hurt. I was like, nah, that punch. And then Joe Smith on the ground. I'm like, okay, well, I can't tell nobody what a punch feel like because I ain't taking the shot, but it didn't look like it was that devastating. But according to your body language, that shit was
Right.
devastating.
He
Same
had that.
thing
He
with
had
Anthony
that.
Yarde.
No, hold up. When you hit somebody so hard that they turn their back and hop away, you know you hit that man hard. That man Joe Smith was hopping. That man did not walk to the ropes. He hopped to the ropes. I see that replay every time they show it when they show the highlights. I think it's Showtime. When Showtime is coming on and they show the highlights and you see I know it's is it Showtime? I can't remember which platform it is, but they show the highlights and they show Arthur hitting Joe Smith and Joe Smith hops
Top
away.
Rank. Yeah, you talking about
top
Rank.
right.
Yeah.
They showed Joe Smith hop away, man. I was like, God damn, he hit that man hard. He made that man hop. That man ain't even walk. That nigga legs couldn't move. He was like, I can't move my legs. All he could do was just jump out the way. He like, nah, don't hit me no more. But
And mind you, Joe Smith, he ain't no scrub.
No.
Anthony Yard ain't no
and
scrub.
Joe Smith could punch. He could punch too.
Outside of Canelo, you know what I'm saying, with Bivol fighting Canelo, I think Beterbiev been challenged more in the ring than Bivol has. So all of that plays into the pick. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard for me to say that Bivol, because in my opinion, like I said earlier, you got to hurt that man for him not to keep coming towards you. And even when you hurt him, when you knock him down, he still be coming, bro. Like he's still coming forward. And so if you can't push him back, I can't even say what this man looked like fighting off the back foot because I ain't never seen it. I ain't never seen it happen. And so you got to gain your respect early in that fight. I watched Anthony Yard. I think Anthony Yard did gain his respect early in that fight. I don't think Joe Smith was able to gain his respect. Even with Anthony Yard gaining his respect, what happened was that he hurt him, but at the same time, he was forced to fight. He forced them to fight him. And once you force a motherfucker to fight you, like, exchanges are gonna happen. And when them exchanges happen, bro, if your power ain't like his, then unfortunately you probably gonna get fucked up. And that's what we've seen the majority of the time from Beterbiev. So but I think it's a hell of a fight, and I'm ready to watch it. And I won't be mad at being wrong for my pick.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if anybody ever watched Arthur train. He doesn't train like a normal fighter. That man does not train like a normal fighter.
He don't train like a normal human being, not a fighter, a human being. Let's be clear about it.
That man trains different. Like he be training like Dragon or Rock.
He do. He be tripping, man.
Bro, I watched this man take the 45-pound bar that you put your weights on the thing. I watched this man utilizing that just for wrist work. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sitting here like I'm like, bro, most folks they might grab a 15-pound weight, 20-pound weight. You know what I'm saying? And it's easy to do it with the weights because the weights are small, and this man is rotating the damn bar like it's with one hand, like it's nothing. The man out there wrestling bears, man. I don't know what you want from me. Anybody who wrestling with bears, I don't want no smoke with them. I don't want no smoke. So shout out to.
After seeing Bivol beat Zerto, that don't kind of change your mind because Zerto was big in that fight. And
Zerto's big, but Zerto, I've always criticized Zerto because the man he a 175 pounder, but he come in the ring at 215. You're too damn big. Your footwork ain't there, and if you can't just walk somebody down, then you struggle. And what do we see? He couldn't walk Bivol down. Bivol had the better jab, more activity, and he put hands on that man. It's the same thing that we would see if Jaime Munguia, even though this man knocked folks out, if he went in there against somebody who can truly box, and is on his skill level, he gonna get beat the fuck up. He can't box like that.
So I'm gonna tell you right now, if that Zotto would have got in the ring with Arthur, Zotto might be still in a coma right now. He might still be in a coma right now.
Sleep. Eating punches with his face. Hey, I'm gonna block this shit with my face. Yeah. He getting fucked up.
That man might be in a coma right now today. If that man would have got in the ring with Arthur.
Y'all cold, but really Arthur ain't really beat. The thing is with Arthur, man, I'm gonna ask you guys this. Do you think it's gonna take a David Morrell to beat Bivol? Because if Arthur don't beat him, man, I don't see nobody beating Bivol. What you guys think?
Well, I think that for both of them. If Bivol don't beat Arthur, there's nobody beating him. If Arthur can't beat Bivol, nobody's beating him.
If Morrell move up to 75, he fuck all of them up.
I don't know.
He looks
He
special,
might
Dub.
be he might be able to beat Bivol. I don't know about Arthur though. I don't know. Arthur different. And I
Nah,
like David Morrell. I got David Morrell over everybody at 168. But that man at 175, that man different.
that man, Morel footwork is too good. The man got footwork like a lightweight. When he wants to,
Yeah.
then he got power, but he got power like a damn heavyweight. You feel me?
Yeah, he do.
So I mean, I don't know if he stopped Baturbiev, but I think he can outbox him, and I think he got power enough to make Baturbiev respect him. You know what I'm
Well,
saying? I think that right now, Morel goes up and beats the shit out of anybody on any of their resumes. You know what I'm saying? Including Canelo, including Anthony Yard, including the other brother that with the white. We're respectful. I said
Joe
respectfully.
Smith. Joe Smith.
Joe
Joe
Smith,
Smith,
yeah.
including all of them. Man,
Yeah.
I think Baturbio put hands on all of them and stop all of them. So
Mhm.
uh, I think he beats Bivol. I think he probably stopped Bivol. I don't know if he stopped Baturbiev, but he outboxes and he keeps. He's bigger, longer, and just as strong. If not, maybe not just as strong, but of a similar ilk as far as power goes. So,
I don't know how Morrell act with that power hitting him. He might make Morrell say, hold up, let me step back, because this
but
dude he
that's
hitting
okay.
different.
That, but that's okay because the young man can step back. He can pivot out, and he
Man,
still got power himself. I think
he
he got
might he
better
might
power. Go ahead.
no, I was gonna say he might make Morrell forget that he know how to box. That man makes you forget how to fight. You get hit, you be like, man, I'm not throwing no more punches. I'm just gonna put this guard up and move away. He might make him forget he know how to box. When you get hit that hard, you forget a lot of shit.
Hey, let me ask you a question, Dub. Now, one thing Dub don't talk about his boxing historian side, man. So let me ask you this question, man. So, what you seeing from Morrell, man? What would you rate his talent? How do you see project him out over his career? How do you project Morrell out over his career? What is he gonna be?
I think he's
Is
gonna be
it,
he's gonna be undisputed champion at some point.
Go ahead, Dub. My bad. Go ahead.
well, if he fight Canelo, he'll fuck Canelo up. So that'll make him undisputed. But I don't think Canelo willing to take that risk. Um,
Hell no.
I don't know,
Hell
man.
no.
Would you at
It's
33?
interesting. Say
Hell
it
no.
again.
Canelo got beat by Bivol because Bivol outboxed him. He is definitely not getting in the ring with Morrell.
I
Definitely.
agree.
Morrell got way better footwork than Bivol. Way better. And he
And
got more power.
listen, I can't. I don't know how exactly you want me to project this, or when you're asking about what his career be and projecting him as a fighter. What I'll say is that I think at this current moment in time that the man he beats everybody at 68, he beats everybody at 75. He can go up to cruiserweight as well. Um, I think he beat everybody at cruiserweight, and so I think the man to end his career as a heavyweight, and I would like to see exactly where he kind of lands in the heavyweight division. But I think that from what I've seen so far, and the problem is even with what 9, 10 fights now, the man be looking bored in the ring. He ain't he just be styling on folks for no reason in the ring. Which you do that when your competition is subpar, and that's all he's been fighting is subpar competition. I want to see him step up and fight some bigger fights. And like I always say, I think that when you fight those better fighters, especially in a real fight, then it helps really hone your skills and it helps you get better. That man, I've seen him training. I've seen him. I've talked to individuals who know him and are around him on a regular basis. And from everything I've heard and seen so far, um, that man is the real deal. And so I don't know exactly how his career plays out, but it's gonna be. It's a tough. Cute. I think we forget. I think we forget that Cuba has always had one of the greatest boxing schools, if not the best boxing school uh, um, in the amateurs, and the most of the fighters who come up to the pros end up being worth their salt. So when you coming from that Cuban school of boxing, it's something special. And then to have the power that he has, the footwork that I don't know. It's hard for me. I got to see somebody really special for me to just pick against David Morrell right now.
So let me ask you this: how come Ronnie Shields is training him different than he trained the twins? It seems like he's training him different. You gotta let him do more than he let the twins do. What you got? What you got? What you think about that? The Marona see that? Because he's not being
Well,
overbearing. He's not being overbearing like he was with Jamil or Jamal.
the difference is that what he brings to the ring versus what Jamel and Jamal bring to the ring is different. You don't train every fighter the same, and what you do is you take what they do well, you hone that, you know what I'm saying, and you make sure that you sharpen up the issues that they have. I think that both Charlos had more issues coming into Ronnie's camp than Morrell did, and so he trained them differently. He trained them accordingly, and uh, um, I don't know. It's hard to say. You gotta. I ain't no trainer, so you gotta talk to a trainer about that specifically. But that would be my perspective on it. Is just what I see from the fighter and what they need to improve on versus what they do well. I think there were more things that David Morrell does well than the Charlos, and the Charlos had more things to improve upon than what David Morrell does currently. So I think it just goes into how you see the fighter. That's how you're gonna train them. He's not gonna train Kid Austin, and they fight at different weight classes. So he's not gonna train Kid Austin the way he trains David Morrell. He's not gonna train Kid Austin the way he trained Mel Lamal. You know what I'm saying? More specifically Maul because Mel then went to Derrick James, but I don't think I just don't think that the skill sets are the same. So because they're not the same, as a trainer, you're gonna work with each fighter differently.
Am I wrong in the fact when I see David Monroe, he seems like everything Maul was supposed to be?
Yeah.
Big, strong, great jab, great boxing.
Real,
Go ahead.
real quick. To Bentley, Morrell is bigger and longer than Bivol. Morrell is 6'1", Bivol is 6 foot. Morrell has a 78-inch arm reach. Bivol has a 71-inch arm reach. He's bigger and longer than Bivol. Bivol ain't got nothing coming with Morrell at all. At all. At
I
all.
mean, I get what you're saying though, Dub. I'll just more or less say if I would get that if I don't see so much of what Maul was supposed to be in David.
Well,
Is
see,
it that
the thing
David's
is
better?
the thing is with Morrell is you have to understand Morrell won everything there is to win as an amateur except for the Olympics. He never
Hmm.
went to the Olympics. He's won everything there is to win as an amateur. So he was further along in his boxing career than Jamel and Jamal. That's why Ronnie Shields don't really have to train him as hard because Morrell was already pro style coming into the pros. He was already ready for the pros. He just had to be brought into the pros. He was an amateur that had 152 fights with only 2 losses.
Dang.
152
I
fights
didn't know he
with
fought that
only
many.
two
Dang.
losses. That man has won everything there is to win as an amateur, except for the Olympics. So Jamal and Jamel, they started fighting late. I think they started like around 16, 17 years old. They
Yeah.
started late. So Morrell was brought up as a fighter as a young age, so he was way further along than Jamel and Jamal was. So that's why Ronnie Shields trained him differently because he's
Hmm.
already further along than every fighter he got in the camp right now. That man is further along than all of those guys.
Yeah, I can see that because when I see Shields talking to Morrell, it's almost like they talking back and forth like a Bernard and Nazi, where it's not so much you do what I say like he do with Maul. But that's
But
just
he
my
has,
thought.
but he has to do that, and hence the reason, like Free just broke down. When you have a fighter who is already and the majority of Cubans who come out, You know what I'm saying? Even though we don't know what their birth certificate look like. So for all we know, David Morrell, the man might be 37 years old. We don't know. And I say that respectfully. I say it respectfully.
He's
They
the
told
one
me
that
David
actually. He's the only one that actually looks young. Everybody else look old.
hey, they told me Frank Sanchez, I think they said that man is 28 or 29. That man is all of 37 years old. So I don't know. But at the end of the day, what you do as a trainer is you take it can be a conversation when both of y'all see the game the same way. When you're not
Okay.
seeing it the same way, then it's not a conversation because if you're not seeing what I'm seeing, I'm on the outside looking in. I got an objective perspective of this thing. You're in the ring. You may think this may be working. We heard against against Tony. I think it was Tony Harrison. I think it was Tony. No, against Castano. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Um, we heard Derrick James, and I'm talking about a different trainer, but I'm explaining why I'm talking about it. We heard this man say, "Keep your back off the ropes." And Mel in the draw, what did he do? He let his that he stood on them damn ropes like he was I don't know. I don't know the reason why. And so then when he kept his back off the ropes, he stopped Castano. If you listen
Yeah.
to your trainer, the majority of the time, what your trainer is doing, they'll have a conversation with you if y'all are seeing things the same. But if you're
Yeah.
seeing them totally different, then they're not gonna have that same conversation with you. The reason being is because your opinion really don't matter too much if you're getting beat the fuck up. It is what it is, and that's what we saw.
Yeah. Because when you in
Hey.
that ring, your trainer could tell you if you in the ring and you trying to do what your trainer say, and you keep taking punches to the face, you like, man, fuck what he's saying. I'm gonna do my own thing because this man telling me to do this, and I keep getting punched in the face. So that shit only works when the game plan is working. When the game plan ain't working, they like, man, fuck what you saying. That's why. That's why. Remember when Devin Haney was fighting Loma, and Devin was like, man, he knows what I'm doing. He knows what I'm doing. That shit works when you in training camp. That shit works. But when a motherfucker fighter figures out what you doing and that shit don't work, you like, man, I hear what you saying, but he knows what I'm doing. I hear you, but the shit ain't working.
But the difference is that in that situation, uh Bill hit well not even with Bill with with the Charlos. The thing is that when shit ain't or it's not that what their corner is telling them isn't working, is that they're not doing what the corner telling them. You know what I'm
Yeah.
Yeah,
saying?
exactly.
So it's almost backwards. Where with Devin, it was like, bro, I'm doing what you telling me. This shit ain't working, bro. He understand what we coming with. So we need we
Right.
what's plan B? What's plan C? That's what we need to be talking about. And it was funny because what Bill say, nah, just keep relying on the brick hand. Let the brick hand go. I'm sitting there thinking to myself, I was like, Bill, the man he Loma done took the brick hand away. What you talking about? You can't keep letting it go if he done took it away. You feel me? You can't just keep letting it go. At the same time, though, where it's with the Charlos or Mel specifically, not Maul, because I don't think we seen Maul in that situation. The reason we ain't seen Maul in the situation because hell, Maul, the nigga, he ain't been fighting, and anyway, that's a
we,
whole nother
we
conversation. That's
don't
a
know
whole nother
when.
Hey, real quick. When Bill told them keep using the brick hand, tell me y'all would not have laughed if Devin was like, man, I only got 11 knockouts. Where the fuck was the brick hand before?
15 knockouts, 15.
He was like, man, where the fuck was the brick hand before? I ain't got nothing but half the knockouts I got fights. Where the fuck was the
But
brick hand at before?
and see, this is why I always say I think that at some point in time for Devin, hey, shout out to Bill. You know what I'm saying? I love a father who gonna be in their son's life.
Need to move
Um,
on.
it's time to turn the reins over, brother. It's time to turn the reins over. You need somebody who's a more tactical individual to come in and be giving instruction. Yoel Judah, when he was giving instructions, and BV, I think you brought this up.
Yeah, for sure.
When Yoel was giving those instructions against Cambosis, although it was lesser competition, there was lesser competition. So I have to make that point. But at the same time, Yoel was on point with everything he was telling Devin. He was on point. You know what I'm saying?
Everything.
And
He,
so I do think there is a time where, hey, I understand and I appreciate Bill bringing in the different trainers. Now, do I want Freddie Roach in Devin Corner? Hell no, I don't want Freddie Roach in Devin Corner. No, that's not the one. But
why not?
because
Never gonna end up looking like a roach. You put Freddie Roach in that goddamn corner.
because Freddie Roach didn't show in different fights that his adjustments are not the correct adjustments. How the hell Manny Pacquiao got knocked out? Anyway, that's a whole nother story. I don't even want to get too deep into it. All I'm saying is I do think that there's levels to it, and for Bill, I think it is time for him to say, you know what, we're gonna go ahead and bring this individual in or this individual, and we're gonna I'm taking a step back. I'm gonna allow him to train you, but I'm also allowing him to be in your corner. You know what I'm saying? Individual, because Bill, the man wasn't no boxing aficionado. The man, he went and studied and listened to everybody, but he also allowed Devin to train with those individuals that he was studying with. So him and Devin were learning at the same time. A lot of the same information. We need individuals who gonna have a different perspective outside of what y'all both learned together. That's what, as a father, if it was my son, that's what I would be looking for. I coached football for a long time. I'm a defensive coordinator. Am I a head coach? Hell no. Why? Because I don't know shit about offense, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. I need somebody who know more about offense and how to run the offense than me. Why? Because I'm gonna focus on defense. The reason I focus on defense because I think defense wins championships. But uh, uh,
hmm
at the same time, I understand that I may be the head coach, but at the same time, if you know more offense than me, I'm gonna get a reins up. I look at Mike McCarthy, and then I'm gonna land my plane here. Mike McCarthy in Dallas. The man, he could call a hell of a game as far as offense goes. The man don't know shit about defense. Get what he did? He went and got Dan Quinn and said, "Here you go, Dan. Whatever you want to do, that's what we gonna do on defense." Why? Because he understood this man know defense better than me. It's the same thing in boxing, in my opinion. And so I think it's about that time where Bill go ahead and give the reins up and just say, "Hey, we're gonna continue to have you work with different individuals, but we're gonna bring somebody in. This is gonna be uh, uh, Ben Davidson. Ben Davidson helped Bill craft the majority of Devin game plans for fights. Why? Because Ben Davidson is a true trainer. We watched what Ben Davidson, the man might have resurrected AJ career in this last fight. You know what I'm saying? So we know Ben Davidson, he the goods as far as training goes. You gotta sometimes you gotta kill your ego and give it up to the individual who know a little more about the sport than you.
Yeah,
hmm
yeah. I don't know. See, I think Bill. See, that's the thing about these fathers with their sons as their fighters. It's something that's called pride. Like a lot of these fathers don't want somebody else training their son as the head trainer. They don't want somebody else as the head trainer. They don't mind somebody else giving their son pointers, but they don't want somebody else as the head trainer because it feels like, okay, I'm not good enough to be able to train my own goddamn son. And you got to be smart enough and man enough to say, okay, look, I trained him as far as I can take him. It's time for somebody else to take them further. But I think a lot of these fathers don't. They don't have that. It's that male ego that gets in the way of letting somebody train their son. The same thing happened with Floyd and his son, Floyd Jr. Floyd Senior didn't want to turn it over to his brother, but Floyd Jr. was like, man, fuck that, pop. I'm going with Unc.
No, no,
He,
that ain't exactly how it happened. It didn't
His
happen
dad was
exactly
in
like
jail
that.
free.
Yeah. It
yeah,
didn't happen exactly like that.
it didn't happen exactly like that, but Floyd Senior never became his trainer again
No,
until
he did.
after
He, he
until
did become
after
it.
when Roger got suspended. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, he got suspended. Floyd Senior was his trainer, but when Roger was around, Hell no,
and available.
Floyd Senior. Yeah, Rod Senior was not his trainer no more.
Agree.
I,
And this is the other thing, and it's interesting when you say it. What's one of the seven deadly sins? Pride. Pride is
Pride.
one of the seven deadly sins. And I don't know how much I believe in God. I on profess it or follow the good book the way I probably should. But I believe in God. And them seven deadly sins, pride. That's one of them. And anytime you got too much pride, that's gonna be your downfall. That's gonna be your downfall. And hence the reason I say I think Bill he need to give it over to somebody else. I don't know exactly who that person is, but I think you got enough connection to figure out who it is and to make those
I mean,
adjustments.
he could go with Joel. Joel can be his trainer.
I like your
They
well,
got a
Peter. I
Yeah,
like your well.
they got a relationship, but it's not like you turning it over somebody you don't know like that or not, anything, or somebody you know that's in the business, but y'all not close like that. They got a relationship. That's his godfather's father. They got a relationship, so you could turn it. You could still be in the corner, and you got somebody that you know. So that's not a problem. I think I
And
think Joel
I'm
would
gonna
be a
say.
good trainer for him.
Let me say this. I think if, and this is me being totally honest, if Yoel was to become Devin's trainer, that makes Devin scary. I mean, Yoel
Devin
Judah.
already scared. He already scared. What are you talking about?
No, this is what I'm saying. I'm talking about what the kind of experience Yoel has in big fights. I think I think too much. This is just me. It seemed like Bill depend on Devin's mind too much instead of giving him direction. He kind of depends on Devin seeing it because it's like he put in with some of these guys, then he go on autopilot and take back over. I think Devin's a lot smarter than people think, and I think that a guy like Yoel can grow with him, show him some things. Because I think Devin has shown that at 140, he got a little bit, he got a little more power than he used to. And I think when was sitting on his punches like he did in the second fight versus Cambosis, that's what we want to see, man. We want to see Devin work on the inside, work in the pocket, and I think Yoel can be the guy for that.
I can't disagree with it. I will say this. Like I think because, like I said earlier, because Bill and Devin they came up learning boxing together. You know what I'm saying? So Bill does understand that Devin understands the fight game and knows what's going on. But there is a time, in my opinion, that you can rely too much. I look at Bud Crawford, right? Uh, if
Yeah.
you ever listen to Bud and Bo Mac in the corner, the relationship that's there is off of we understand the game. You know what I'm saying? We understand what the game plan is. So they'll ask Bomac something like, well, when you think Bud need to switch to southpaw stance, or we need to switch to orthodox, and Bomac gonna tell you whenever he see it, he understand what's going on. I think Bud is a great boxing mind. He understands what's going on. The difference is that there are years there. It's years there where Devin is still a young fighter. And so when you have a young fighter, regardless of how smart you think they are in the ring, it's always good to have an objective opinion. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who's looking from the outside saying, all right, hold on. I know this was the game plan. I know what the B plan is, but before we get to going to B, all you got to do is make this adjustment and you can start to take this fight over easily, right? And so I do think there are levels to it, and unfortunately I just think Bill him and Devin are at the same level as far as thought process goes with boxing and understanding the sport of boxing. And so you need somebody who understands it more than the fighter does. And like you said, whether it's Yoel, whoever it is, I think there is an opportunity there.
I agree with that. I just more or less am saying, I think Yoel, man, he just I don't know. I think he's a little bit more offensive minded, and I just think Devin with a mind like that could be off the chart. Because I'm telling you, man, this you might not see, you might think I'm hating, but When Emmanuel Stewart got with Lennox Lewis, it changed him. He became a better fighter. I think sometimes if you got a good enough fighter with a great trainer or a good trainer, you can become a better fighter. I can't think of that
I
Cuban
agree.
dude. I can't think
I
of that
agree.
Cuban dude's name that was in Tio's camp. When he was gone, Tio was starting to get beat up a little bit. But as soon as he got him back as soon as he got him back in his camp, all of a sudden you see the Josh Taylor performance. So what I'm saying, sometimes just like Roy Senior, I don't know if people know the story of Roy Jones and Roy Senior. That would have been one of the best father sons ever, but they just couldn't get along. And I would hate for it to get. I don't think it ever get that way with Devin and Bill. Lawrence Wood don't get that bad, but I just want to see them get away because I want to see what Devin can become outside of his father because he just need a few things, man. And Devin's off the charts, bro. And I'm gonna tell you
You,
why. It's because of how Devin sees himself. Devin sees himself as an all-time great. He don't see himself as just some fighter with a belt. He sees himself as an all-time pound-for-pound king. So we gotta get him the right trainer, man. And I think Bill
I,
isn't it. Go
I'm
ahead.
gonna tell you. And this is the most transparent you'll ever hear me be. I didn't when my son when he played baseball, I wanted to coach it. Right, I wanted to coach him. I always anytime he do anything, I want to be right there. My uncle and my uncle, he actually he's my ex wife's uncle really, but he my uncle now. Cause me and him we coach football together. You know what my uncle told me? He said, hey, hold on, come sit with me, come sit with me. I'm like, hold on, I'm coaching right now. He's like, no, come sit with me. And what he was telling me and what I realized is that it's hard for me to train my son. The reason being is because my son he's gonna take criticism from other individuals differently than how he takes it from me. When we were coaching together, we had a kid on our team, Jack. Jack, he played quarterback for us. Hell of an individual, you know what I'm saying? The man, his dad was coaching with us. Jack and his dad be out there motherfucker arguing and all type of shit. And I'm like, ho, we ain't finna have this now. You ain't finna argue with your dad. Now, what I told Jack, Jack gonna take it and understand it and then go apply it to the game. When his dad tell him the exact same thing, they start. It's an argument. And next thing you know, I got to be like, ho, step back. I got it. I got it. You know what I'm saying? And so it's the understanding. Sometimes between fathers and sons, I know for myself. My son, what he looking for, man. There are times where he want me to root for him. He want me to really just right, wrong, and different. He want me to root for him. You know what I'm saying? He don't want to be because when I'm critical of him, then it becomes uh, um, something more. He's not going to take the criticism as well from me as he's going to take from somebody who's not as close to him. And so that happens. You know what I mean? It happens. And so now I know I'm like, hey, all right, I'm a coach with you, but it's gonna be a point in time. I'm gonna tell you this, right? When you disagree with me, hey, coach, go talk to him because I ain't got shit to say to him. If I say something to him, he's gonna be running the rest of practice, and so I ain't, and that ain't conducive to the team. It ain't conducive to the team. So, coach, you go say something to him. You go try to figure that out because I can't figure it out because me and him, it ain't even arguing. Is pouting and embarrassment and it's all type of other things going on because I'm his dad and he know I love you and so now when I'm showing you up in front of everybody else, you got a problem with it. Okay, cool. I understand it. Let the other coaches show you up then. Let them show you. And guess what's so crazy? But guess what's so crazy? He
What's
take
that?
that criticism so much better and then can go make the adjustments with that criticism versus when I give the exact same criticism, when I get the exact same pointers, he don't take it well from me. He don't take it well. And so I had to understand that and say, okay, that's fine that you don't, coach. Take that one right there. And the only reason I had the opportunity to understand it because I had to do it with Jack. You know what I'm saying? So there is levels to it, and it's an understanding to how individuals respond and who they're going to respond to. To say I can't talk to every player the same way. Why I can't talk to them all the same way? Because they're not all gonna respond the same way. So I gotta understand how you gonna respond, how you gonna respond. There were kids on the team. I had a guy named Royal on the team at the time. I go in on Royal. Was I really trying to go in on Royal? Nope. But me going in on Royal, I knew he could take that criticism and he could go apply it. But when I gave that criticism to him, I know that everybody else around, knowing who Royal is, he the running back on the team. You know, when you playing little league, your running back
Yeah,
is your best player. Your middle
yeah.
linebacker is your best player. And Royal played both of those positions. So when I go in on Royal, I know that everybody around them, they may not be able to take the criticism the way I give it to Royal, but they understand and they can take it, hearing me give it to him versus if I were to give it to them, they shut down and can't perform. So you got to understand your fighter, your player, whatever the sport is, you got to understand it and you got to do what's best for the team. So I agree with you, BVO. I agree 100% with you. I think it is time for Bill to hand the reins over.
Hey,
You know,
let
go
me
ahead.
ask you a question real quick. I just saw some news. I was looking at boxinglive.com. I just saw some news. What y'all think about Bivol after the Berterbelev fight? What y'all think about Bivol fighting that cruiserweight that just fought on the undercard of the Day of Reckoning? Ja.
Which one?
Ja.
Ja,
That's a
uh,
tough ass. That's a tough ass fight.
Yeah, that's a
Because
tough
damn.
fight.
Bivol said once he finished his business at light heavyweight with Berterbelev, he could make that fight with Ja, because they were talking about, they was asking him, is he going to go up to cruiserweight and fight Ja? He said, well, I got some unfinished business to do at my weight. Once I finish that, then I go up there and we can make that fight.
That wouldn't be smart to take that fight, bro. Bill will not big. Bill will just move like a brother, so he think he can
I
do
want.
some stuff
I
that he
want to
can't.
see it. I want to see it. I want to see it. I think it's a good fight. Um, I think Jack can box. I think he got more power than Bivol. Uh, but once again, I think Bivol, the footwork, man, like you said, the man, although we haven't had to see him consistently fight off the back foot, I believe he can fight off the back foot from the footwork that I've seen from him. I would love to see that fight. Um, I got Opalaya or however you say the Opataya, however you say the brother name. I would pick him to beat Bivol, but I think it's a 50-50 fight, and I could be very wrong because I don't know what Bivol will look like at cruiserweight. So I think that's a hell of a fight. I would love to see it.
Yeah. And I just looked at it, but Ball don't have that much power. He got 22 fights with 11 knockouts. He's a 50% knockout ratio. He don't have that much power. So
No, he
uh,
has a good point placement and timing. You know, that's where his strength is at. But that ain't gonna be effective the same exact way against every opponent. So yeah, I don't know, man. I'm 50-50 on that fight myself until the fight actually, starts or whatever. You know what I mean? We'll see.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that one. That's a hell of a fight. 'Cause that dude, he remind me of a cruiserweight David Morrell.
Right.
He remind me of a cruiserweight David Morrell. That man can box and he got power.
And I have to say, they did the man so damn wrong by stripping him. That was ridiculous.
Yeah,
Um, I, I,
yeah.
I, I think that, and then you got to remember, he went up and beat up what's the Breedis. He went and beat Breedis up like it wasn't shit, bro. Like he put hands on that man, and that man had been the longest running cruiserweight for a long time. Man, I think Jai, I do think he's the goods. Before he fights Bivaldo, I want to see him go unify the titles. I think he has the ability to go unify those titles. And
Yeah, he said he gonna do that. He gonna. That's the fight they got next. Him and Berterbelev, but I don't know if he's gonna make it out of that fight. And then you turn around and go to cruiserweight and fight somebody else with some power and can box. I don't know. I want to see it though. Just like they said, do y'all think Devin Haney should go in there and fight Boots at welterweight? I don't
No,
think he should.
no,
I
he
don't think he
shouldn't.
should.
No, he
I don't.
shouldn't. No, he shouldn't.
I don't
No,
think.
he
I don't.
shouldn't. No, he
That's what I'm
shouldn't.
saying. I don't think he should, but I
Be
would
free.
watch it. I would watch
Be
it.
free.
I think that's a straight up death trap waiting to happen. But hey, if he goes in there and he beat Boots, that man's gonna go straight to superstardom. But
Hold
if
on,
he
now,
go in
now,
there and get
For
killed,
sure.
he go in there and get killed. Niggas gonna be like, man, I told you I was moving him too fast.
now, this is the problem, though. I will say this. This is the problem. I think that Boots, and we know Boots is a gym rat. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he struggles to make the weight or anything. But if Devin looked anywhere near like what he looked, if the progression continues when he moved to 47, the problem is that Devin presents the biggest problem to Boots because Devin does have great footwork, and we've seen Boots struggle with individuals who got good footwork. We've seen it, and so if you can fight off the back foot, and I think Devin is going to be much more offensive than what the brother what's his name, Karen or whatever the brother name was.
Yeah.
I
Um,
wouldn't base that up for one fight, man.
no, I already said from the beginning, Crush. I pick Boots to win the fight, but I am saying that if the progression is the same from what we've seen from 35 to 40, and then if it's the same progression from 40 to 47, I think it's a 60-40 fight Boots way. I think it's a 60-40 fight Boots way.
Now, I hear you say that all the time when you bring up Kern, and you got to understand, Kern wasn't in there to fight Boots. That man was in there to run away from Boots. That man was trying not to get knocked out, and that man ran around that ring. There's a difference in having better footwork and outboxing him, and a man having footwork and outrunning him. That's a total difference.
But hence the reason I think Devin will go in there to fight. At the same time, I think he will give Boots he gonna force Boots to cut the ring off. Um, the length is similar. The power, I don't know what the power is going to be like because hell, I didn't think Devin would be able to knock Regis down. So I don't know what the power would be like.
I'm just saying, no goddamn power at 47. Boots fucking him up. I don't care how y'all trying to paint that shit. He's getting smashed.
Chris, you got to hold on. Hey, Chris, break the fight down. Chris, break the fight down outside of a knockout. Break the fight down.
Oh well, he's gonna get a clinic ran on him. He's going to get outboxed by Jaron Ennis. Now Devin is a hell of a boxer. He's one of the best in his generation. But I'm gonna say this right now, and I'm making short. He's not a better skill fighter than Boots Ennis, and I rest my goddamn case.
How?
I
hold on.
I disagree with that.
Crush, you didn't say nothing, bro. I want you to break down the fight.
He has a better jab. He's faster.
Hold on, who has the better jab?
Boots got a better jab than Devin. That's my opinion.
Man, you capping, OG.
That's
You
my
capping,
opinion.
OG.
That's what the fuck I said. That's what they ain't no capping because that's my motherfucking opinion. The fuck is you talking about, player? So your bullshit was capping. I heard what the fuck you said. I just don't agree with it. I ain't gonna say it's capping. It's my motherfucking opinion. And I bet you jab for jab, I'm jab fucking dead. That's my fucking opinion. Now tell your boy, let's make it fat. Who you think you're talking to? Fuck out of here,
man. You done woke Grandpa Simpson back up, man. You done woke him back up. Grandpa Simpson is back.
I'm gonna say this. I don't know. I don't know if Dev can deal with the fact that at one time the punches is gonna be coming from the orthodox stand, and then another time it's gonna be coming from the southpaw stand. I don't know if Dev can deal with that. He never had to face somebody that can do that. So I don't.
He done fought more skilled He did fought probably one of the most skilled southpaws in a long time in the
I
moment. So
don't
I
I don't.
mean,
It's one thing of training to fight a southpaw. It's another thing in training to fight somebody who can fight at any stance. That man can come in as an orthodox, and as soon as you throw your punch, he's coming from southpaw. You like, oh shit, this nigga done switched up.
I think
That's totally different.
that style
That's not the
switching to
same.
me is very overrated. I think it's very overrated, man. Most
You
guys
can
who
say
can
it's overrated, but I bet you ain't. I bet you when you in a ring with somebody and you looking to fight an orthodox fighter, and then all of a sudden in the middle of him throwing a punch, he switched to a southpaw. You be like, oh, we ain't trained on this, coach. Coach, we ain't trained for this shit. This
well,
nigga
No,
come
see,
from another state.
that will definitely be trained. Like, I don't think that'll be the problem. Um, I think the power. I think that's really what it'll be. The power and the quickness, regardless of the style that Boots fight in. I think Devin will be prepared for both styles, as far as southpaw and the orthodox stance go. I think it really comes down to the power, and this is the other thing. This is the other thing. I want to see because with Devin moving up in weight, right, to fight Boots, I want to see how Boots looks because I ain't saying that the man is draining himself. I ain't saying none of that. All I'm saying is when you done been at a weight class for a certain amount of time, we all know these young fighters, they're gonna grow. And so it does become harder to make the weight. I think Devin will make the weight easier than Boots would. But at the same time, I do think Boots is the goods. The same way I think Devin is the goods. So I would love to see the fight. I would love to see it.
I mean, I hear you say that. You can think that, but I never seen Marvis Hagler move up from 160. That man stayed at 160 his entire career.
Yeah.
That man 147 to 157 can very well be Jerome Booth in his weight for the rest of his life. He might be one of those dudes that just don't gain a lot of weight. We see Snoop. Snoop been 125 pounds his entire life. That man is 6'5". That man been 125 pounds his entire life. He might just
Man,
be a person that don't
Snoop ain't
gain
no
a lot of weight.
goddamn Snoop ain't no goddamn.
he said
Now
120.
you out of order, man. You out of order now. Now you
He
out of
said
order.
100. He said 125.
Man, Snoop been bony his entire life. We have never seen Snoop put on 20 pounds. We ain't never seen Snoop put on 5 pounds.
Well,
That man's been bony his entire life.
we seen Wiz Khalifa, who was just a skinnier Snoop, put on about 40 pounds of muscle. So it just depends on how you working it, man.
Yeah, that's muscle. That man went to the gym and put on muscle. He didn't gain fat. He went into the gym and put on muscle.
Hey,
Like I said,
you know what I think is the most respectable thing though?
What's that?
When you listen to Bozy Ennis, when you listen to him talk about Devin, get what he said. That's one of the few people we don't think is scared to fight. We don't. If we can make that fight, we don't believe that he's scared to make the fight happen. That's what Bozy said. I ain't
He
saying it.
did
He
say
said
that.
that.
Don't be scared to get your ass wet. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I never said Devin was scared. I said I matter of fact, I was on this channel and I believe it was Marky Dan or somebody was like, nah, Devin's not making that fight. I said Devin will probably be the one that will make that fight next. I think Devin will make that fight next. They was like, nah, Devin ain't making that goddamn fight next. And it was on this channel when I said it. I don't remember if it was Marky Dan or if it was Prize Fighters. One of them was like, they ain't making that goddamn fight next. I ain't saying that they will make it next, but Devin will be the one that say, you know what? Fucking nobody want to fight Boots. I'll go there and fight Boots. Devin will be that one to do that. Now, I don't expect him to win, but I ain't saying Devin is scared to fight Boots.
I gotta admit, Devin.
But
One thing about Devin,
even if
he gonna fight. Devin's gonna fight, bro. I remember when Gary Russell said something. He sent Gary Russell a contract. So I mean, the dude ain't Devin ain't playing.
you know what D Free gonna tell me that Bill spelled his name wrong on the contract. So they what they gonna tell me. But hey man,
he didn't spell Gary Russell's name wrong on the contract.
No. He spelled his name. He didn't sign it according to. This is what the people say. This is what really.
I heard
shout
that
out.
too, and I heard that Bill supposedly had said sometimes I sign my name wrong. No,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I ain't never in my life signed my name wrong.
Me
Never, not
either.
unless you 2 years
Hey,
old.
but
If that is
real quick,
true, if that is true, hey, Bill, you lying like shit.
hey,
You lying like shit.
but
If
I
that
do
is
want to I
true.
want to take a quick second. I want to take a quick second, if you don't mind, BVO. Man, shout
Go
out to
ahead.
Batman. Batman. If anybody don't know, Batman is the older brother of the Russells, and he messed around and got or I ain't gonna say it was on him or anybody, but he did get killed. You know what I mean? And that was my brother right there. And me and him, we had these conversations a lot. So I always got to say shout out to him because I missed the brother, and he
Oh
was a hell
man,
of a
Batman
boxing
was
mind.
awesome, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was
Batman.
my that was my dog right there. That was
Yeah,
my dog.
Batman keep it. Batman keep it. Every time he talk about boxing, man, he was keeping it real, man.
I'm gonna tell you what Batman was. Batman was Bill Haney before Bill Haney. That
Facts.
man will
Hey, back.
he was always talking up to Russell. He was
Hey,
Bill Haney before Bill Haney.
and went on every platform to talk about him and talk great about his brothers. And me and him, we are. You know what Batman used to tell me? Oh, you like Devin? So let him know, man. We gonna Antoine gonna welcome him. We gonna welcome him to 140. I wish it happened, and not only because I think Antoine is a hell of a fighter, but man, I salute that brother and I miss him. I truly miss Coach as well. Shout out to Coach. You know what I'm saying? That's another individual that I miss. And whenever I get the opportunity, when we having these conversations, to shout those brothers out, man,
Dog,
I gotta take that opportunity.
that's the first thing I thought about when Devin made that fight with Regis. I was like, damn,
Oh,
Coach is not here to see this because those was his two favorite fighters,
God,
Devin and Regis.
man, Coach, look, Coach, I always say he probably would have picked Regis because he from New Orleans, so
Yeah.
and he rolled with
Yeah,
Rougarou. But I would have talked so bad to Coach, and I love Coach. I love him. You know what I'm saying? That's
Those was his two favorite fighters. Oh,
yeah,
well, two of his favorite fighters because David Benavidez is his other favorite fighter. But
yeah, yeah.
those was
Hey,
two
hey,
of his favorite fighters.
man, Coach, what? Hey, Coach always wanted. He always supported fighters that went after the smoke, and that's the same. That's my mindset as well. And so, man, shout out to Coach. Shout out to Batman. Shout out to both of them brothers, man. I miss y'all. I love y'all. And if you, I know y'all listening to me talk. So just know, hey, right side rock with both of y'all, man.
Yep.
You know the funny thing is, man, when I think about Gary Russell Jr., man, and I tell Freddie this all the time, he probably get tired of me saying it. I hate that he just couldn't be quiet when it came to Floyd, because man, that brother had Hall of Fame talent, bro. He really did, bro. Like the way they talk about anyway, that should have been Gary Russell, man. I really think so, man. I hate that he had to talk back to Floyd and Floyd stole his career from him, man. I really hate that, bro.
No, what you hate is Floyd didn't know how to didn't know how to wear boxers. He kept putting on them goddamn panties. That's what you hated.
You go.
Floyd had them damn panties on, acting like a little girl because Gary wanted to fight Tank.
Hey, trying to. Hey, hold on, real quick, D Free. I gotta ask you, D Free. I know you a little more connected. Well, not even a little. You much more connected to the Russell than I'll ever be, and I know those your people. You feel me? So, man, what is Antoine gonna do next, man? I'm looking forward to seeing Antoine fight. We've seen him fight. I believe he fought in September. I think it was September or October, but we looking for the man to make the big fights happen. I think that he can be a champion. You know what I'm saying? I think he will be a champion. I think he will be a champion. Man,
Um,
what's
he
next
said
for him?
he said he wants the Matias fight. That's the fight that he said he wants. I don't know
Okay, okay.
if they I don't know if they're gonna make that fight, but that's the fight that he said he wants. He did an interview maybe about a month ago, 2 months ago, and they asked him what's next for you. He said I've been watching that the dude with the IBF. It was like he fucked up his name, but he said Matias, the dude with the IBF. I've been watching him. That's the fight that I want. So I don't know. I mean, hopefully they get him that fight because I think that would be a hell of a fight. Matias versus Gary, that's a hell of a fight.
You
But
know,
now,
can
go
I ask
ahead.
you a
Go ahead.
question, man? Let me ask you a question. Hey, I gotta go off what my sister said. She said team protection. So why? Let me ask you this: why did Gary have to talk back to Floyd? He knew how powerful Floyd was. I never understood that. Why do
Cause
you? Why would you say?
Gary is a man. He's like me. He ain't backing down from nobody. I don't give a fuck who you are. Not backing down because you're Floyd Mayweather.
You know, you know, you know.
That's how we
Floyd tried to
roll out
squash.
here.
You know, Floyd tried to squash it, and Gary gave him his ass to kiss. So I mean, I don't know if y'all remember that, man.
No,
He
that's
tried to.
just how we roll out here. We don't back down from nobody. I don't care who you
Bro,
are.
bro,
We
you
don't
you
back down.
tell me a time you ain't seen Mr. Gary roll up on anybody and come out with the hey man, Mr. Gary got smoke for everybody. And the funny thing is for me, if you would have if the tank fight would have been made with Gary, right?
Right.
Mr. Gary, I put that respect on his name.
Yeah.
If that fight was made, man, that would have been one of the best build ups to a fight that we've ever seen because of the way Mister Gary gonna call you everything, got your name. He gonna put man.
Dog,
Shout out to
do
you.
you do you know how big that fight would have been in the DMV, Baltimore versus DC?
Oh,
Man, that would have
it's
been
the
crazy,
battle for
man.
Baltimore. It's the
Baltimore
battle
versus
for
DC. So the battle of the Beltway. So that fight would have been humongous in the DMV.
facts.
But
That joint would have did at least we would have had to put that at the Capital One Arena. That shit is not fitting in the MGM. MGM only sit 4,000 people. That joint
yeah,
would have been at the Capital One Arena. That joint is major.
I
DC
just,
versus Baltimore.
I just say this, man. I know what y'all saying, but that fight was going to happen, and he just and see the thing about people don't understand. This is the thing I'm learning about Floyd. And shout out to my man Mickey Bay for giving me some pointers. I got to speak to him. And salute to my man Crown Jewel who said I can't take everything Mickey say. But dude, it seemed like Floyd be behind the scenes hating, bro. It seemed like he be behind the scenes hating. So if you
Well,
know a
well,
dude's gonna be a hater, why would you say something back to him when you already know what he'll do?
First of
because
Like,
all,
you gonna speak your truth. You gonna be honest, and you gonna talk the shit you gonna talk. That's why
and
we
and
love
and,
these fighters.
you got to remember at that time when Gary was going at Tank, PBC was just coming about.
yeah,
So we didn't know how connected Floyd was to Al Heyman. We didn't know how connected Floyd was. We didn't know that it was like almost like a partnership with Al Heyman. We just thought Floyd Mayweather was one of the first fighters on PBC. We just thought he was just a regular fighter. We didn't know
mhm,
that they was damn near partners. So you telling Floyd, hey nigga, I want to fight your motherfucker fighter. Stop protecting your fighter. I want to fight him because they came up in the gym together. They seen each other in the amateurs. So he
mhm.
know what Tank is about. Tank know what Gary's about. So he was like, man, I want to fight your fighter. Your fighter ain't that motherfucker good like you say he is. I want to fight him. I'm gonna beat his ass. Floyd, being who Floyd is, he trying to build a superstar. He like, fuck no. I'm not letting Tank get in the ring with Gary Russell. Gary Russell, he's going to outbox Tank. At that time, Gary Russell outboxing Tank. Even now, Gary Russell still going to outbox Tank. Now Tank might catch him with something and might stop Gary. But I don't know because Gary still got the reflexes. We saw him in the Mark Maseo fight. Mark Maseo was throwing everything. He couldn't hit the
That was
motherfucker.
2 years ago, D Free. Stop it,
Yeah,
man.
that
That was
wasn't just
2 years
yesterday,
ago.
bro. That was some
No,
years
I don't.
ago.
That was 2 years ago. Actually, yeah, that was 2 years ago. That means that Gary Russell is old.
We
That's
not saying he old,
He's
but
$35,
okay.
man.
So because it was 2 years ago, what the fuck does that mean?
He's
it
35,
it
free.
it mean what it means, D Free, is that at this current moment in time, the Gary, Mr. Gary, who stepped in the ring and lost to Mark Marcelo, individual that most of us, if unless you're a diehard boxer fan, have no clue who he is. He lost the fight, and I know you're gonna tell me a shoulder injury. I
I'm
I
not
got it.
telling you. No, I'm trying to figure out what 2 years ago got to do with anything.
Well, it got everything to do with reflexes. It got everything to do with skill set. It got everything to do with everything because in 2 years, if I ask you 2 years from now, if you're the same individual that you was as your younger self, you ain't gonna be able to tell me yes. I'll
And
tell you now.
if
Hold on.
you
I'll
ask
tell
me,
you. Hold on. I'll tell you now. I wake up out 2 years ago. I didn't wake up out the bed and my back was hurting. I didn't wake up. I didn't get up out the bed and my knees was hurting. That didn't happen 2 years ago. You feel me? But it happens today. It happens on a regular basis to me. So you're not the same person when time. Man, Father Time is undefeated.
okay, so when you saw Gary in the ring last, did he look like he was old? Did he look like his reflexes was gone?
2 years ago, I played this. Two
No,
years ago, that was the
answer the question. When you saw him in the ring, when you saw him in the ring last, when you saw him in the ring last, did his reflexes look like they was gone? Did he look like he was old?
no. He looked fresh. He looked fresh.
Okay, so you can't tell me what he looks like now if you haven't seen him.
I get you free, but you know what, man, you too close to the
That's
situation
what I'm
to see
saying.
what I'm talking
It doesn't
about.
unless you got evidence that the man is old and his reflexes not there no more. You can't say that was 2 years ago and his reflexes is gone if you never seen him in the ring in 2 years.
What's up, Kareem? How you feeling, dog?
Hold on. Real,
Go ahead.
and I want to hear my brother Kareem cook. But real quick, D Free, just answer this question. Are you telling me when you hit your mid 30s that you don't start to lose certain things? Are you saying you don't lose those things? You still gonna be the same fighter? Is that what you're telling me?
No, I said when you saw
No,
him in
no.
the
I'm
ring last,
asking you.
I
So
said
do you
no.
expect it? Do
I
you expect it?
said
Okay, let me ask you a different question then, because you're gonna filibuster and cap. So let me ask it this way: Do you expect Mr. Gary to be the same Mr. Gary we saw against Mark Masayo the next time he fight? Do you expect the same fight?
yes until I see something different.
Go ahead then. There it is, right there. That's
My
the bite.
God.
That's
So
the
do you
bite.
expect? Hold on. Do you expect to see the same Arthur Butterbeef in this fight that you saw in the last fight?
And that's why I've been see. And this is this.
Answer
Oh,
the question.
I'm,
Don't ask
I'm
another question. Answer the
I ain't
question.
ask. I
Do
ain't
you
asking no.
expect to
I'm
see?
not. I'm
Do
not
you
asking. I'm not asking no question. I'm answering your question. If you calm
answer it?
down, I'm
Answer it.
about to. I said it from the beginning when BVO asked me the question earlier. I said I need to see when he asked about Bival and Baturbiev. I said I need to see Baturbiev against Callum Smith because Father Time is undefeated.
No,
Did I
I
not tell
asked
you
you.
that, BVO? BVO, did I not tell you that
I
earlier
didn't
tonight?
ask you all that. You did not answer my question. I said, do you expect to see the same
Nope.
Baturbiev as you saw the last one?
No, I don't.
So you expect him to lose then?
No, I didn't say. See,
No, he.
and you see the leaps and bounds you want to go to protect your favorite people.
No,
I didn't say
I'm telling
that
you right
either.
now.
What, hold on, hold on,
If
hold
I
on.
don't see
Let
the
me ask.
same, if I don't see the same Baturbiev as I saw in the last fight, I expect him to lose.
And what I'm saying is that I want. That's why I said when BVO asked about Bivol and Baturbiev, I said I need to see the Callum Smith fight. That's what I said. The reason I need to see it is because the man is 40 years old. I need to see how he looks next before I can. If I'm going off of how he looked previously, I gave an answer and said that Baturbiev, I pick him to win. But I gotta see him against Callum Smith. Did I not say that?
I didn't say you didn't say that. I said, do you
All
expect
right.
him to be
So,
the same one as you saw in the last fight?
No,
my
I
God,
don't. He's
my
old.
God, my
Hey,
God.
hey,
I
free. I
expect
ain't
him to
gonna.
be the same as he was in the last fight. I expect
I,
that's why I said I got him winning. Until Father Time show itself, I don't see nobody beating him. I expect him to be the same as he was in the last fight until Father Time show itself.
Here's the reason I need to see the Callum Smith fight to see what he looks like.
I ain't gonna lie, free.
So do you
You
pick
you
Callum
you
Smith
didn't
to
turn.
win or not?
I
You just
didn't
turned
pick
it.
it.
You
This
just
is
turned.
ridiculous.
You
This
sounded
is
Gregory
ridiculous.
Hines, man, to tap around that the answer, man. Reem,
This
what's
I,
up, bro? What's
What it do? What the business is?
hey?
What's good?
We seen your man Cyclops Errol Spence, man. What's next for him?
Man, he should just shut up a little bit. But yes, hey, listen.
Do the
I
man
ain't
have
gonna
two
lie.
eyes or does he
Listen,
have one eye?
listen, listen. I ain't gonna let nobody talk no shit about him. But but he need to get out. He need to go back to his goddamn cave saying all that dumb shit.
Oh
Talking about,
damn.
listen, Earl my nigga, bro. But him talking about him having the eyes. You just not getting the eye surgery, right, bro? What the fuck you been doing since July? You
Hey,
feel me?
Dub,
Like,
Dub, what's up with your man getting the eye surgery 3, 4, 5 months later? What's up with your boy,
yeah,
man?
that shit was in July, bro. Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, nigga, I'm thinking you might get an eye surgery maybe like a week or two after the fight or something, bro. You fucking, I
Can't
don't
get it.
know. That shit.
He couldn't get it a week or two after the fight. He had swelling around his eye.
Yeah, he
That's
was
wrong.
lumped up.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm just saying, the fucking swelling don't last more than fucking 3 or 4 weeks, bro. He could have had that shit done.
Did he say? Did he say exactly when he had the eye surgery?
He just got the shit done, didn't he?
Yeah, he posted it. Posted it live. That was live from
He
the
posted.
hospital.
He posted that his eye surgery was successful. But I'm saying, did he say when he got the
Bruh,
eye surgery?
bruh. The man was walking out of the damn doctor office when he
Yeah,
posted this shit.
I
yeah.
just I just asked the question. Did he post? Did he say when he got it? I didn't.
We,
I'm not defending him. I'm asking, did he post it when he got the eye surgery? He said the eye
but
surgery was successful, but I'm saying,
so
did
so
he post
so
when he
so so
got it?
what you saying? There's a possibility that he posted the eye surgery. He may have had it back in November, but he posted it in January. That's what you saying?
I'm not saying back in November, nothing. I'm asking, did he say when he got the eye surgery? Is what I asked.
Amazing. When he
Well,
That's
when
what
he
I
well,
posted
asked.
a picture
well. Listen,
Dog,
when he posted a picture of walking out of it, I
dog. What?
assume and
The the
go ahead.
the reason I'm asking is because he could have got it 2 weeks ago. It only takes 4 weeks for the eye to heal. Is what I.
but
That's why
why
the
would
reason why
you
I'm
get it
asking.
right now, though? Why wouldn't you get it 4 months ago?
The fight ain't been made. They ain't make the fight. They haven't announced the fight to be made.
I'm just saying. But when you want to get the surgery over with, so that way you can have more time to heal.
I don't know the reason why he got it done. I'm not gonna make up an excuse the reason why he got it done whenever he said he got it done. I don't know because I didn't see what day he got it done. That's why I'm asking. Did he post what day he got it done? When he got it done? Because like I said, it could have been 2 weeks ago that he got the eye surgery done. It only takes 4 weeks for it to heal, to fully heal. It only takes 4 weeks. It was only cataract surgery, which is only a laser that goes in and clear out the cataracts.
Let
It takes
me, free.
takes 4 weeks to
Why
fully.
would we sit here and say and I want your true opinion on this. When the man posted it, why would we sit and when he posted it, he was coming out of the office of getting the surgery done. Why would he post it now versus posting it back whenever if he got it previously? What would be the point of that?
I don't know because I'm not Earl Spence. I'm Dwayne Freeman.
Right.
I can't tell you why he would do something because I'm not him. I can tell you why I would do it if I did it, or I can tell you why I wouldn't do it if I didn't do it. I can't tell you why he would. I'm not him.
Hey, but check this out though. So y'all had watched the Wilder fight, right,
Yeah.
bro? I was watching that shit, and I was like, damn, that nigga Tyson Fury really took something away from Wilder, right? And I'm like, he took two beatings, and I'm just like, then I started thinking about Earl Spence. I'm like, if Earl get in the ring, take another beating from motherfucking Terrence Crawford, bro, that nigga ain't gonna be the same, bro. Earl ain't gonna be the same fighter no more. He might you might see him in the ring with somebody like what's that little white boy name at 154 everybody talking about? Oh, I can't remember his name, but somebody like him, they probably beat his ass.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't see. I hate to say this. I love Earl, but he's cooked, man. He's cooked. You can go ahead and throw that turkey on the table, brother. He's cooked. I mean, he got a
I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say
bro.
that.
Free.
I'm not
You
gonna say
don't
that.
get free. You don't get beat up like that. Dub, am I wrong? Crush, am I wrong? You don't get beat up like that and be the same. I mean,
I ain't
Look
say
at
he's
Bud
gonna be.
stuck.
Wilder.
I ain't say he's gonna be
Look
the
at
same.
Wilder.
I'm not
Bud
saying he's
Wilder
gonna be the
took
Bud
same.
two
stuffed the
ass
mud hole in
whoopings.
him, man. Bud stuffed the mud hole in him.
No, I'm not
It,
saying he's gonna be the same. I'm just saying I don't think he's cooked.
He
I'm
took
not
his
saying he's cooked.
confidence, bro. You get your ass whooped like that, your confidence go down, bro.
Um, maybe
Yeah.
it might go down. It might not.
No, it
I
is.
don't know. I'm
No,
not
it's a,
him. I
no,
can't say you what
bro.
his.
I'm not saying just him. That's anybody. If you go in there and get your ass one sided beat like that, and you been the guy for the last few years collecting all the belts, then one dude just come here and dominate the fuck out of you. He took something away from you, bro. And I'm a Earl Spence fan. I'm still an Earl Spence
No,
supporter
I
and
saw Muhammad
everything.
Ali get his ass whooped against Joe Frazier. It didn't take his confidence away. Muhammad Ali got his ass whooped against Joe Frazier. Whooped.
All he
It
got
did
his
not
ass
take.
whipped a couple times.
he
It
got
did
Shit.
whooped
not
a
take
couple
nothing.
times.
It did not take nothing away from Ali. That's why I'm like, I'm not going to say that because everybody is different. Like, if you go back and watch Ali and Frazier 1, you tell me you don't think Ali gonna come back and not gonna be the same. You be like, dang, Ali ain't gonna never be the same again. And then he turn around and beat the shit out of Joe Frazier the second fight. No, I'm not gonna say that because I've been around the sport of boxing for a long
Did he
time,
get knocked
and I
out?
see. No, he ain't getting knocked out, but
No,
he got his
That
he
ass
was
got
whooped.
beat. He got beat to death though.
He
It
got his ass
was for
whooped.
15 rounds.
He
yeah.
got whooped for 15 rounds.
Well,
Damn.
no, he had some moments. Let's not play game. I mean, he had some moments. I mean, but
He had 2 moments. The rest of the fight was Frazier. He had 2 moments in that fight. The rest of that fight was Frazier. Frazier whooped Ali ass. It was
Yeah,
no mistake about it that Ali got his ass whooped.
I only gave Earl Spence the first round. That was it.
But you know what? You just brought something up that I haven't even thought about. And we was all making excuses. And I'm trying to figure out if that fight that Tyson Fury had with Ngannou, that was
Mhm.
his first fight since he fought Wilder.
no, he fought like 2 or 3 times since then. Remember, he fought what's the big black dude's name? Dillian White,
Who you
and
talking
he
about?
That's right. He did fight Dillian
he
White.
fought
He
Dillian
did fight
White,
him.
and he
He
fought
put plenty of dice.
who was the
But
other dude?
he didn't look that great in Dillian White fight neither. And he
Out of
You
fought
talking about
Wilder,
that uppercut?
and to Shore. He fought to Shore.
Who?
The other black dude to Shore.
The
for
dude
sure. There's a short.
Derek
the
Desor. Yeah,
dude
he fought Derek Desor. Yeah, he fought Derek Desor,
For
and he
sure.
fought
Dillian White.
Dillian White. Yeah, man,
Yeah.
that Dillian White fight, man, he knocked
how the
the
No,
fuck do you
Dillian White, every time Dillian White got knocked the fuck out, he got 3 losses. They was all knockouts, and they all came from an uppercut. You hit Dillian White with an uppercut, he's
Mm-hmm.
going to sleep. He's going to
Yep.
sleep.
hey why did Tyson Fury fight a nigga the third time that he done beat twice? That shit was crazy. Y'all know what I'm talking about?
We saw that plenty of times.
I was like, that's some dumb shit. Like I done already knocked you out. I done beat you by decision, and then I'm gonna fight you 3 times. Like, bro,
No,
I don't even who the fuck wanna see that shit?
we
Not
saw that
me.
plenty of times. We saw that plenty of times in the sport of boxing. There's a lot of trilogies that went on in the sport of boxing. There's a lot of fights that happened 4 times. That
And
ain't
only
nothing new.
and only and only one
And
nigga won.
one nigga won until the last fight. The other nigga won the last fight. Like
That's what I'm
Manny
saying, but I'm
Pacquiao,
just saying.
Manny Pacquiao and what's his face? Manny Pacquiao was whooping what's the nigga name that he fought like 4 times?
Marquez.
Markel.
Marquez. Whooped his ass twice, back to back. They fought a third time. Manny Pacquiao get put to sleep, 1 punch, and the round was almost over, and he went straight to sleep. Manny Pacquiao was winning that fight too.
I don't know if he was doing all them
I don't
jokes
think he was
against
winning.
him.
I don't think he was winning that fight for he before
No,
he
he
got
was
knocked out.
Manny Pacquiao was winning that fight. Go back and watch the fight. Manny Pacquiao was winning. Manny Pacquiao came in and it was almost the end of the round. Manny Pacquiao came in to throw another flurry and got caught coming in and went to sleep. Go back and watch the fight. Manny Pacquiao was winning that fight too. You can go back and look at the scorecards. Manny Pacquiao was up on the scorecard.
Man, fuck they scorecard, man. I don't think man was up on Marquez all those fights, man.
Hey, let me ask you this, man. My man A1 came with a great comment. He said every fighter that gets dominated or knocked out, it takes something away. We have fans that don't know what the something is, but I disregard. I'm gonna keep sipping my tea and watch basketball. And don't forget, Anthony Edwards is the new Jordan. Just as long as you say that, we good. But I don't know, man. I ask you, Crush. You know, cause you the OG in this. Is is it these guys are not good as they used to be, or is just like boxing as a whole has just kind of taken like a nap to like football and basketball, where the guys are not the best athletes and not picking boxing? What's going on, Crush?
Yeah, I think sports overall is diluted, man. They just not they're not making them like they used to. They're making them like these new cars. They spectacular looking, but they ain't built. They built out of fiber. Back in the day, cars were built out of iron and steel. You got hit by a car. You hit by a car now, you put more bits in the car than you put in your own body. Yeah, it's watered down over around.
Yeah, I mean that's like Crush said. That's in all sports. Basketball, you can't even touch a nigga without it being a foul now. Back in the day, nigga was getting slammed to the ground and there wasn't no foul. You look at
Yep.
football, you touch the motherfucker quarterback, roughing the passer. Now boxing, the motherfuckers just not as good as the fighters from back in the day. When I was talking about that earlier on Clarence channel. The fight, if you look at the fighters back in the day, you had the elite, you had very good, you had good fighters, and then you had okay fighters. Now
Yep.
you got very good fighters, okay fighters, and then bums. It's no in between those. There's no in between. You either very good or you okay or you a bum. Back in the days, it was elite, very good, good, okay, then a bum. Now it's either very good or you okay or you a bum. It ain't no in between. They
I
just not.
mean,
They, if you look at the opponents that Sugar Ray Leonard was facing back in the day. Matter of fact, not even that far back. Look at the opponents that Roy Jones was facing. Roy Jones was elite. He faced Bernard Hopkins, very good fighter. He faced James Toney, very good fighter. And then you got the other fighters that he faced that was good fighters. They wasn't very good, but they was good fighters. And then you have the fighters that was okay that he had faced. And then you had some bums that he faced. But if you look at the fighters now, you got Earl Spence and Bud Crawford, very good fighters. You can even put Boots up there, very good fighters. And then below them, the rest of those motherfuckers at 147, they are okay fighters.
Yep.
They are
Say it
okay fighters.
again.
hey,
The
so
rest of them niggas are okay fighters.
see, and that's what pissed me off, Crush. That's why, and that's why whenever we get talking about Tio, I don't know why you don't get that brother love. He trying to be great, and niggas is ducking him. That's why I always get so mad at you when you say that, man. Like, ain't that what you want? You want guys like that? I don't know, but
Uh,
go ahead.
Tio, like I said, Tio is a good fighter. I take nothing away from Tio in the ring. He's a good fighter. He has all the skills to be able to beat all of those fighters we want to see them in their whip. The problem that I have with Tio is his mentality and the way he moves outside the ring. That's the problem I have with Tio, and I told you that before. That's the only problem that I had with Tio. Like I said, when Tio had beat Loma, we was rocking with Tio. It wasn't until T.O. started moving funny when it came to Devin Haney that niggas was like, oh, this nigga is one of those guys. He got the belts. Now he feel like he done everything. He don't have to fight nobody no more. That's what T.O. was doing when he won the belts from Loma. That was his Super Bowl. He done conquered everything. He didn't want to do nothing else. He didn't want to fight Devin Haney. He wanted to go fight Kambosos. A much easier fight. And he ended up losing because he did a Canelo Alvarez. He underestimated his opponent. He thought it was going to be an easy win, and he went in there and he got beat. But you could have got a very big payday fighting Devin Haney instead of getting an okay payday fighting Kambosos, because you didn't get that $10 million that you claimed you was going to get by fighting Kambosos. You end up getting $2. You end up getting $2 million. Then that was your highest payday to date. $2 million in that Kambosos fight was your highest payday to date.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this, man, before we get out of here. You know what? I really hope that T.O. can get a better promoter. Because I agree with everything you're saying, Free and Crush, to an extent. I just think T.O. is not promoted very well. I think that's the only problem. He's just not promoted very well.
Well, of course he's not.
I mean,
We already know that.
Bob Arum don't promote his fighters. He just puts them in the ring. What people fail to realize, Bob Arum don't promote the fighters. He does to a certain extent. He puts them on TV. That's about the farthest promotion that Bob Arum is going to do. He doesn't promote the fighter. He gives them exposure. He don't promote them. He gives them exposure. So they get their name out there, build them up to become a name. Once they become a name, you plateau with Top Rank. Unless you Loma Cinco or Tyson Fury, one of those guys, you plateau. You're not going no further than what you made it to. Like we saw that with Bud Crawford. Bud Crawford made it to a certain level, and he did not go no further than that. The highest payday that Bud Crawford got with Top Rank was $6 million. That was the highest payday he got. It was $6 million. But before that, it was 3.5.
Devin making some money. That ain't no doubt. Devin definitely making some money. But it's your boy BBO, man, the king of the YTBC. It's my man, the Puerto Rican Prince, man, D Free, and of course, man, we got the special guest, man, the second greatest man alive, my brother Crush, and we gone.
We out of here. Peace out.
Yeah. We really boxing. Who wanted the baddest? Let's see. Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO. Bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is BVO. This how it's finna go. I'ma throw some jabs. Make them think my punch is weaker than I hook his ass. This the ring, not the kitchen, but I'ma cook his ass. Me and him, that's a pro versus the rookie class. All my life I had to fight, but I still love it. Me and BVO got moves that you can't steal from us. And these haters be throwing shots, but I don't feel nothing. I ain't gonna lie, shit, they alright, but we a little rougher. Stepping for the title and face your rival, this ain't no little tussle. Bet I be no bird, being chicken to get your feathers ruffled. Footwork, I'm dancing around my opponent like the Cupid shuffle. Good work, bodies hit the flow, they can't move a muscle. The upside is we ain't in the streets, shooting and shooting up. Catch me in the ring, sticking, moving and suited up. I know everybody can eat, but I ain't full enough. All you said is smoking some beef, I guess I'm pulling up. Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO. Bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is